Woohoo!
Hi, boys.
Hey, Phil. Hey, Mike.
Well, well,
Jeff.
well.
Happy last week.
Final week.
Final one.
What's that other trophy you got there?
That is the Joe Nair Cup in an NL only league. I've been laughing last year or this year, but first place last year. The flag will fly forever. So I sold everything. I sold all my picks, everything last year to win it. It's as old as the beer league, though. It's another really old league that I've been in for like 3 years.
We should have that in the beer league where you could trade away $380 in next year's auction for, or 350 anyway. Next year's auction for, whatever you want.
That'd be great.
Wasn't it one of the crazy ideas of like you could just trade in whatever moves you didn't make for points at the end of the season?
It wouldn't be a bad idea for, I mean, some guys that don't use their fab, just trade that stuff away, if you can. If you're not
Well,
going to use it, you can trade away a third of your budget. So this year it was 40. Why not, right?
hey,
Why not?
I used all mine though.
You used all your free agent money?
Yeah, the FAAB money. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the end of the year, so I mean, it's like you gotta fucking use it. So I don't care. At this point, I mean, like I'm in fucking like what ninth, eighth place.
I've got three
So
bucks left.
oh, it's
I
not
think
like
I
it's gonna get you any credit for next year.
I
When
think I've
somebody
got a ton left.
when somebody drops Juan Soto tomorrow, I'll be able to
Yeah,
bid $3 on him.
yeah.
I
Why would
mean,
I do that?
yeah. I mean, how many times have you picked somebody up off of waivers this year, Mike?
Mhm.
I mean, that's when it would,
I
usually
think
you get free agents, right?
right. I think just once. Simpson
Oh yeah,
from the race. Yeah.
Handler
yeah.
Simpson, yeah.
It's a good pickup. That guy can
I
run.
mean, he does one thing.
He does two things. He hits for average too. Uh, yeah.
In a
No
roto
one's
league,
walking him. Nobody's walking him though.
in a
No.
He's
roto
like
league,
an OBP.
that was big stuff in a roto league, but beer league, it's a little less exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, you could get your pick of whoever is on the wire this week. So I don't know. Not a lot getting dropped
Yeah.
this week.
Maybe someone will get dropped and I'll blow the rest of my money on one guy.
Before they put Jordan on the injured list, I was considering it. I was like, I just believe if you're in the running, you got to like go for it. Like I can't hold back for next year. It's like if you got a shot, I got to take it, right? So can't be half in and half out. But they put him on the IL, so we're okay. What a bum.
But matching rights, though, like for a high price player, that's always somewhat valuable.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
no, it
somebody's got to
is.
go into that next season under like thinking that okay, is he going to be hurt all year again, or what's the next fucking thing here? Is he going to play for 3 months and then be down? I mean, that's like what Trout has been for a while.
Yeah. Some
I
guys,
mean,
I don't know. They need to drink more milk or I don't know. They just it's hard. It's a lot to I mean, they're getting beat up out there. Some guys just bodies can't take it.
Yeah.
Well, the Astros, they're a little like the Mets with their injuries. They're like, he's got a little, he's got a strain. He's not even going to go in the IL, and then he's out for like 3 months. It's like, oh, he
Yeah,
actually had a broken bone in his hand or something. Like,
they're
oh,
doing that
geez,
Texas high
that's
school
a lot
football
different.
stuff where they don't want to tell you because otherwise you're going to go after them for that. Hey, did you guys see that? It came over today. Just somebody just texted it to me. David Fry just got beamed in the face by Scooble. He was squaring around a bunt. It's horrible. He's squaring around
I
the
did not
bunt, and
see it.
Scooble, he's from the right-handed side. He's squaring around, and don't look at it. Honestly, I wish I hadn't seen it. But But yeah, left-handed, and he was just going up and in on him, and because he squared the bunt, it just plucked him right in the middle of the face, and he
I don't
just
know.
went
When those
down.
guys squared a bunt, I think there's a little dirtiness to it. I mean, I'm not saying necessarily in this case because obviously I didn't even see it, but
Yeah,
I think that's a higher
Did I look up
percentage
the
chance.
video?
it was a pretty late square. So I don't know. I mean, and Scooble's got pretty good control. I think it looked like it was just gonna be a little chin music, and
No,
man,
don't
it's
share the
ugly.
video today, Jeff, because last
Oh,
I mean,
time I
pitchers are
posted
taught.
I posted the
Pitchers are taught when someone squares and you're not expecting it, go up and in because they'll pull back and not bunt.
yeah.
last week I posted the video, from the podcast, and then it takes a long time, and then yeah, YouTube says like it's banned or whatever they said, blocked or whatever it was. It was because Jeff had a little snippet from SNL. It was like 3 minutes, and it wasn't even like sound, and it was just like still images, like every few seconds. It wasn't even like a
Oh,
video, and they wouldn't let me share the video because of that. So I had to
no,
go
the
in and
AI
like
thought it.
What was that?
I never even, had to learn on the fly, like, because I was, oh my God, I got to go to work. I want to get this done. So I had to like learn how to edit, like, and snip the video. And it was like 3.5 minutes. And then they said, then it was fine. And we'd go. So I don't, it's amazing that they know that there's like something embedded in that file that is like a shared copyright or something, like copyright violation. I was like, what? What did I do? God damn. So don't share anything today. God, that was a
Yeah,
pain.
that was a pretty fucking rough shot there. I mean, Scuba was fucking right away. He was pretty upset.
Oh, yeah, he throws his hat off, throws it on the ground. Jose Ramirez is like, no one even looks like they're mad. Like everyone immediately knows, like this was not, you know, intentional to hit somebody in the face. But
Yeah, because he's kind of lunging into the plate.
which is surprising because those guys are in a dog. What do they call it? A dog hunt? No, that's not right. Dog fight.
Dog fight.
How
Well,
about, how
dog
Yeah,
hunt,
about them first
you know,
place Guardians?
in Minnesota they call it
yeah,
the dog hunt.
right. Yeah, yeah. First place Guardians. Now they are in sole possession because they won that game and they have the tiebreaker. Which
Yeah.
this year there's no playing games, guys. You know that there's no play-ins. It's all head-to-head record. There's no
If
play-in game.
if teams are tied and the tiebreaker still doesn't determine it,
I think
the GMs from the teams are going to participate in a televised Stratomatic tournament. So I'm kind of hoping for that because I think that'd be kind of cool
Looking
to see
at
like
dial.
Stearns against,
I just looked it up before this call. How many more runs do you think the Guardians have scored than the White Sox?
Say morons or morons?
More
more
runs.
runs. I would say no more runs. I just think they have better pitching and defense. Their offense sucks.
I'll say they've scored 31 more runs than the White Sox.
Jeff, you got a guess?
No.
Is it a trick? Have they not scored
No, they've
more
scored a
runs?
whopping 3 more runs than the
Three.
White Sox.
I meant 3.1. Damn, I should have said that.
And I don't even know if the Sox game was counted in that. So they're basically the same offense.
Uh, yeah, it's kind of amazing. It's kind of, all this playoff stuff. I couldn't believe the Marlins are still mathematically in it,
They're
and
still in it.
they're tied with the. So this was one of those moments. I'm driving back after picking up friends at the train and dropping at their hotel, and I throw the Phillies game on like some little app that just like pirates the radio stations for them. I'm tuning in and I'm like, oh, Christopher Sanchez, cool. I'm gonna get a W. I got Johan Duran on the mound. It's 3-2. I tune in just in time for Gilberto Hernandez, who I dropped in the other league that I'm tied for first in today, hits a home run off of him. So I lose the Sanchez W. I lose the Herberto because I was used my last move to drop him for somebody else. I was like, oh, could this get any worse? And then they tell me that I have JDT Real Muto in that league. He got dinged in the hand, and they're taking him out of the game. He's my catcher in that league that I'm going for. The other league that I'm competitive in. I'm like, oh, this is why I don't listen or watch games. Statistics only.
You'd be like,
Replays only.
Billy Bean, right? In Moneyball, right?
You can't watch the games, man.
He just goes on the treadmill during the games.
Yeah. So many bad things in like 2 minutes. I was like, just stay. You're going 70 miles an hour, man. Don't start punching shit.
It gets confusing if you're in multiple leagues, like because you eventually have everybody on your team, basically, So then I'm just rooting for like the best outcome, considering it's my hitter
Time for
versus my
this
pitcher.
league.
So
Holy shit.
all right, I hope Freeman gets a single, but doesn't knock any runs in, and
Yeah. Well, we got a dogfight going. I hope, Mike. We'll see.
I
You
think so.
you just
Hey,
need
bring up the
3-3 and you win, right?
statistics.
3-3 and you win, even if I go 6-0, which is tall
Not
order on both
necessarily.
accounts.
Yeah,
You'd have
not
to get more points
necessarily
than him,
because you
right?
can pass me in points.
I would also need to pass you in points, which you were like some 70 ahead of me or so.
I am
It's less now.
54 ahead of you right now.
Yikes.
I think the prediction model had you guys around 30 points apart, or 26. It was really close. So because if you're 70 behind, but if you're gonna pass them in a win-loss record, then you're gonna have more points than them. So I don't think it'll be tied. That would be a real small chance of that, but it's possible,
Yeah.
First co-champions in the history of the league. I'm honestly rooting against it, even though it would be such a novelty. I'm just thinking of the engraving,
It'd be like it wouldn't be like kissing my sister, it'd be like kissing you, Mike. Nobody wants that. I mean, at least I shave so we won't get stuck together. But
that's how we could settle it.
I'll just tickle.
It'd be a long tongue kiss, and the first person to
Right.
bow out would be in second place. After shots,
if Mike's not doing Malort shots, if he's not doing Malort shots, he definitely isn't kissing me.
one shot of Malort, and then the long kiss. Whoever bows out first is in second place. How about that?
One bottle of Malort.
Just a shot, just so it's on the tongue.
What about cum? Anyways, butter.
All right. Well, is there anything interesting on here? Drake Baldwin was the cow. Jeremy Pena, wait, and he might be hurt right now. I don't know. He's day to day or whatever. Wait till next year was a weekend warrior for the second week in a row. I forgot to mention that in the email. So right now it says Wait will win over Satch. But that's pretty wimpy because that's where it is right now.
I mean, I think this is the first week where I'm not necessarily competing against you, Phil. Right? Like if I only have to go 3-3 and you have to go 6-0, I wonder how many other people are going to run out of innings.
There's a decent amount. There's not as many as I thought, though. A lot of people run out of innings, but they're not going to run really out of innings. Not super early. Steiger, maybe.
Yeah, Steiger's the closest. He was at 18-21 before tonight. But it's sort of an interesting point. Like Phil is competing with everybody in the league. Or, well, I guess you both are, but Phil has to finish no lower than 5-1 anyway. But Mike just has to make sure he doesn't fall below that middle line. Mike's got to go 4-2. Can't fall below 3-3. Like, you can't finish lower than 8th. 2-4 opens it up for Phil. So, yeah, it's interesting.
Which, I mean, my concern is, I mean, I'm already playing this week without a utility and a second baseman all week. And I only have a few left at, got it on my phone.
I mean, what if a league average at a position, I don't know, like a little bit under 3, like 2.5 maybe, and it's 6 games a week. So I mean, you're looking at, I don't know, 15 points, maybe 30 points knocked on that. But you got a lot of innings, more than most, to like make up for it with.
It's funny. Jeff mentioned that a week or two ago about your games, and it's interesting. So that doesn't help. Yeah, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking, well, it now has me projected at 12 over for pitching, but it's not 1825, right? It's actually a little higher than that.
Yeah, you get this late in the season, you got to kind of like tell the projected thing to fuck off because it's really like not. It's just gonna steer you wrong. You kind of have to just look and go, all
Right.
right, how many starters do I have going? That's like 5 or 6 each, and then what do I have left? Because like I don't know, it does some weird screw. It's good most of the year, but this late in the year,
Well,
it's not really looking at who you got going.
it's too flattened out to be of any importance, but it does show that Spear is in big trouble for this week. You know, that they would go 0-6. And then the top team down the stretch is Let's Play. We'll see if they have one of the top spots this week. But both you guys, I think, have you at 4-2. Wake 4-2, Satch 4-2, Satch with 4 more points than Wake.
But
But
those are all in your advantage, Mike. I mean, I'd say each of those innings is worth like I don't know, 2 points because
If you
they'd
pick
be
the right
big.
guy, it could be minus 2 points.
Well, ideally they'd pick like their best starters and relievers to leave in, right? They're not streaming guys, so they would be higher.
the
So
model
two's conservative.
knocks out your starting pitching. It doesn't knock out your relief points. But the other thing that's limited, which Jeff pointed out before, is it's going to look at your aggregate games over as opposed to individualized to position. So I did change it to include to knock out the catcher part separately. But if you're over at right field and second base, or whatever, it's not going to count that. It's going to lump it all together. So this is not. It's a little inaccurate. It might be kinder to wait than it should be. But I guess
Yesterday's 3 game slate really helped me. That I wasn't running up against a full 10 or 12 games, and everyone just had to choose from. I mean, there were no catchers available yesterday on the.
There's no double headers this week. Every team has 6 games. They either have an off day Monday or Thursday. So most of the teams already had their off day on Monday. Just those 6 teams that played yesterday had their off day Thursday. So there's no like
yeah.
special like, oh, I can get a bunch of extra at bats out of this guy and a double header or this thing. It's a pretty even week.
I think it was all like American League, National League teams that were off yesterday, right? Is that right? And it was American League teams that played.
Huh.
No, we had Braves Nats yesterday.
Yeah, Braves Nats is the one I was looking at.
Maybe it's the opposite.
Yeah. That's another one, good and bad stuff. You guys are hitting him out the park, and you're like, okay, guys, strike out now. Sale needs to get out there while he's still warm. 45 minutes is a long time for an old man. Like, sure enough.
Yeah. So, like, according to the model, Wade is sitting pretty with games, non-catcher games, and it's not true. You'd have to segregate this by each position. I had to talk myself into even getting rid of catcher games, doing that separately. So I will not be doing it separately for each position. As crazy as I am, I will not do that.
I like that hitter points per game played field, though. That one I think gets under mentioned. You kind of look at it and you're like, okay, what are you getting out of it? And per inning pitch too. Those mean a lot to me. Because
Well,
at the end of the day, we mostly have the same amount of games and we have the same amount of innings. So it's really like per game played.
well, these other tabs, this rates and ranks, which was like I think last year might have been the first year. That's more just for entertainment, if there is any to be had. But as far as the league, like, yeah, this is it. I mean, your hitting points per games played, but you have to match that with, are you maximizing your games too, right? And certain guys in the
That's
league
true.
are very good at that, and some are not as good. Like
But
Bizzotti.
it's interesting to see that Dad's offense is like the second best in the league. I mean,
Yeah, but my
and
pitching is a fucking absolute fucking terrible worst.
yeah,
Second year in a row, I can't fucking put a goddamn pitching staff together.
Yeah, these 2 boxes are minimums. So 2.7 is the minimum because I use this for your adjustment in the model. It's assuming that whatever points that you are. What is it? I don't know. I can't even explain it. But and then same thing with the inning. So this is the minimum. It's not an average. So who's the minimum? Daddy. Yeah. So Daddy's had the second highest hitting points per games played and the worst non-safe hold pitching points per inning. So it's easy to see, and the dads are right in the middle, like where you'd expect. Very good hitting.
Yeah, but I'm in last place by a lot on the pitching side of it.
Yeah.
Mike, is this like former pitcher knowledge that you got going on here? Like you got to give Jeff some pointers, evidently. I think Jeff pitched a bit in his day.
Well, this
I
is
think the
big
pointer
too.
is been against the guy he's bidding on.
Now this number 370 is an average, the save hold points. So you can see there's a big difference. Even though save holds is not a big deal in our game, Satch has, over 200 more points than the dads do.
It's a big deal to me.
Saving holds.
Dude, I tell you what, in the first half of the season, I had like some of the most points. And then all of a sudden I had Finnegan and Mason Miller get traded off, and now they weren't getting me saves, and they were hardly getting me holds. And I'd just get 3 points here, 3 points there, Once in a while I get a win, but it really just like knocked the wind out of my sails as far as my relief pitching went.
But look at this. I mean, like weight is, it's above average, but, just more in the middle as far as save hold points. But our first year guy, back from a long hiatus, that's what, 429 points? Is that right? 429 less than Satch just in this save hold point.
Yeah.
So that's 429. There's a number up here too, if I can get up there.
I was giving Bob some pointers when I was making some deals with him about closers and stuff. I traded him Robert Suarez, who's winning the NL saves category, but I think he decided not to keep him for next year or something because he dropped him like 2 weeks later. But I'm like, he's the saves leader in the NL. Like, I don't know why he decided to drop Suarez, but I mean, beyond the elite closers, I think all the relievers are about the top relievers are big cloud behind the top like 10, 15 closers.
So this number in the gold box, that's how many points result in an average, on average in an extra win or loss. So just based on the save hold points, that's 12 wins short that Rudy is compared to Satch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not everything, but it's pretty
No,
big.
he was starting like he was thinking like, so if you guys ever played like back in the day Yahoo leagues, like public leagues before I got into beer league, like I played a few public leagues. And the SPRP is a big deal because you can start a starting pitcher in your relief pitcher slot and you get a lot of more stats that way. And he was playing it that way. So he was starting pitchers in his relief pitcher slot. Bob was. But in a daily league, that's in our league, it's the opposite that you want to do. You want to have like relief pitchers and starting pitcher slots. And so that's partly why he was doing it, because he didn't get that part of the strategy early on, that it's like, nah, dude, you just put that guy in when he has a start. It's a daily league, so you just got to drop him in before.
That's what he was doing.
So yeah,
I probably screwed him up because
about.
I was telling him about that before the auction. But I probably, if I had said nothing, it might have been better.
Sabotage.
I don't know. I often feel in my life, I'm like, if I had done nothing at all, if I had been a Christmas Story, not Christmas Story, what's the one with George? That they play all
George
Christmas
Bailey?
long? Yeah, George Bailey. If I was George Bailey, wouldn't it be better? Yeah, I just like feel like I'm always messing it up when I'm there, in any situation. But we all know it's not true, Lou. I'm sure you helped him out.
Well, I tried to tell him about catchers and the SPRP thing. But yeah, SPRPs are only valuable if they're actually being used as relievers.
Yeah, that's why his is so low though, because he didn't have relievers in his reliever spots.
All right. Well, that's easily correctable, and that's 12 wins short of you anyway, right there. So.
Phil, on the closer thing, that was the one spot where I really got burned. I paid after not having closers last year, I paid up this year. Devin Williams lost his job right away at 30
Oh yeah.
something. And then I went out and spent another 30 something on Hader, who averaged then hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
like
I
you
don't
said,
know.
after the elite guys,
I don't know who would have thought that Devin Williams wasn't a good buy. He's going to the Yankees. He's going to be the closer. He was a great relief pitcher before this year. So I
I would have
Maybe,
rather look in hindsight that I should have spent that money on another hitter.
I just challenge anybody to like say that they knew that that was coming. I mean, the only thing would be like the whole New York thing, which I think is kind of overrated anyway, but maybe not. I don't know. But
yeah, I would say Hader might be a little, he might be a little emotionally soft, but just based on other behavior in the back, even when he took over the job in Milwaukee. But beyond that, like I don't know, they lose their jobs a lot. They're hard to predict. Um, I do think early in the season it's really helpful to have the guys who have the job. But as the season goes on, you start seeing what guys who have their roles and like a fireman. I think later on we'll probably pull up. Maybe we can pull up the Yahoo points later on when we get through this of the
yeah.
relievers and see how many of them are actually like eighth and seventh and eighth inning guys, and how many are like actually closers. Because I think a lot of them are, they aren't closers in quotes.
Well, that's an area where our league is a lot easier than most or a lot of other leagues is in that we had the save and holds because most of the other leagues I'm in, I think we're the only league that I'm in that uses holds. So like it's saves or nothing, and it's like harsh. I'm in last in one of the leagues in saves, and I'm in second to last in the other one that I'm in. Even the one I'm doing well in, I'm in first. I'm in second to last in saves, and I'm not trying to tank, but I didn't make it a priority. But I thought like I'll figure it out. I'll get somebody good, and I never did. It's been 2 years like that. Once those guys are gone, I don't know. I mean, you have to be the quickest to get them. There are guys to get, but what chance do you have of getting them? Like 1 out of 12 chance, right? I mean,
I really leaned into it when I realized I had such a giant inning overage. I really leaned into like streaming relievers on those Mondays and Thursdays because I was like,
Saw that.
I've been doing catchers, but the catchers all suck. Why don't I throw a closer in or a guy who might like vulture a hold or something who's just a reliever, who you wouldn't normally roster? Because then you get 6 points out of like an inning from a guy. It's like, oh, that's nice,
If you're lucky.
So I did that a lot in the second half. Lucky, but I mean, also like it's not that hard to choose because if there's only 8 teams playing, you just kind of look and go, oh, who's available? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, any of those
Um,
catchers you take, I've been streaming them the last 2 weeks. I mean, if I get a point out of them, I'm thrilled.
yeah, yeah. Every once in a while they'll blow up, but usually it's like just brutality. Thank God you don't
If
get
you
negative
saw
points from
earlier,
them.
though, I mean, Chris is like 71 games down on catch. Could you imagine where he would be in the standings right now if he like zapped off about 40 games of that and just like was maybe 30 down? I mean, think
I
about all
think
those points.
I think that there's no more valuable position in this game now, the way it's structured, than the DH catcher. I think those guys and Lou identified it pretty early, but other people know this too. It's not a secret. But the guys that DH on their days off catching are just
Yeah.
they're so valuable because then it frees up that extra roster spot. You don't really need to keep that third catcher around. I don't know. It's like
I don't think it was me. I think like I know I don't even know if Bizzotti takes credit for it, but that's what he did this year, and it just was fantastic. He had a oh god, I think he had Higashioka. I think maybe Heim too, Wilson Contreras, something like that.
yeah,
Hold
But
on, I'll tell you in a second.
he had these catchers that if they weren't catching, they were going to DH.
We got
And
Higashioka, uh, Contreras, Jonah Heim,
yeah, okay, so he had, you know,
and he's got Adams from Washington
that,
since Contreras is on the
that's
IL.
he's got
fantastic,
a catcher
because like
pair to flip around, and then like a guy who DHs on his days off. I mean, that's I don't know. I used to really try like I until last year. Last year I was really trying to like get every single position filled, and then I finally realized that like I don't know. I don't know if catcher's worth it. I'm just gonna like get as many as I can, but like I don't know. My use of time maybe is better served elsewhere than
Well, if you
trying to
think of
find
it,
a bum catcher.
those catchers are probably getting maybe those ones that are available are getting probably like 2 points a game. You know, like most hitters in our league probably get closer to 3 points a game, something like that. But catchers are probably
Yeah.
like 2 points a game. So like even Chris, if he had 40 more games at catcher, like Jeff was, positing, maybe he would have had an extra 2 or 3 wins this year.
Yeah.
So hear me out on this one. This was my logic when I sat down and wrote out a plan when I was like way over on innings and I was like down in the standings. I was like the crazy plan to try to win the league this year. I wrote it out and I was like, okay, I need to do exactly this, and every move I need to do is like this plan, and if not, then I can't do it. I'm gonna like I can't speculate on guys. I can't do this and that. And one of them was with the catchers is like I got to get guys who can play every day, and if I can't, use that move to pick up a relief pitcher. Because if they have a good day, if they get 6 or 7 points versus like you stream a catcher on that
For
day,
one
they
inning,
get
it's
two, they get
nice.
five. You know, I'm just saying if
What's
you
the
have the
worst either
Rockets,
one of them can do? Zero?
well, you can get negatives from those relievers. So
Yeah, that's true.
there's that. But I don't know. I was like going for the risky strategy because that's what you have to do when you're
I
behind.
had I had one move left as of last Sunday in this other league I'm in. 75 moves we get. So good luck in that one. And I waited
Not
an
my
extra
league.
day. I waited an extra day to pick up Bryce Miller, whose last start is tonight against the Rockies in Seattle. Man, that sounded good to me. Watch, he'll get blown up. But
I've got it
waited
on
the,
in the background.
I took the chance and waited the extra day to get him because I wanted an extra day of Jose Ferrer as my only closer that was in that I still had. I'm down to no closers now. So how do I get rewarded for that taking that risk? Ferrer allows he blows a save and allows like 3 runs. I get this. It's not negative points, but it's uh, hurts my ERA and my WHIP. And I was like, fucking a. You can overthink it. If I just done it when I was thinking of it, I would have lost the day of Ferrer, and I would have been better off for it. So.
True. Like when you get in the minutia of it, it's excruciating.
Oh,
So like if you long view it, it's great, but you get to this time of year, everything's minutia. You can't divorce the
That's a
the
good name
reality
for
from
a
the fact that
band.
like you're looking at every box score, just and it's sort of like that the first couple weeks of the season. And then you're like, all right, chill out. Like it's a long year. Just make good decisions, believe in your decision process, and like, don't just rage drop guys, you know.
Or just do something stupid and start Kyle Freeland in Colorado over the weekend because
That
you
was a
need
great move,
points.
though.
And you did
Honestly,
it. Yeah, that was brave. That was great. He's
so
a good
quick
pitcher.
story
I
about that.
mean,
So Liz and I both had like COVID over the weekend. So it was
Oh
like very at
no.
home, doing nothing, just like lying around all the time in the world to stare at a screen with like 3 moves left to do in beer league and 2 moves in my other league. And so I'm like, I can't do anything. I just keep looking. And I'm like, okay, who am I going to stream on Sunday? Well, I really want Mike to pick up the other guys because I know he will. And I want him to get blown up. And so I was like calculatedly did it. And I did the exact opposite of what I should have done. It still worked out, but I was like, oh yeah, he'll pick up Freeland, and you picked up the other guy that I was thinking about getting, and I picked up Burrows from Pittsburgh, and he goes -9. It still worked out. I still got the 6-0, but yeah,
I mean, I'll say that
all the plotting in the world, you know.
how many
the
moves you
Freeland
got left?
move Freeland only happened because it was a Sunday and I was worried and I was willing to take the risk. And he has been pitching better, and that Angels lineup that they've been running out there is awful. The other one from earlier in the week was a little more calculated. Logan Allen against the Twins in a doubleheader. That
Right.
Twins game 2 lineup was not even a
Yeah.
triple A lineup.
That's
No,
That
that
was
was
yeah. I've never thought about that. Like the
Did you
second
guys
game of
see
a
that
doubleheader.
The Twins had 5 major league scouts, and earlier this week, MLB Trade Rumors ran a thing. They fired all but one of them. So they're like, we only got one scout left. So I was like, and then I saw that, and I was like, of course, like they're gonna they're going to destroy the Twins because they don't have scouts. They don't have extra eyeballs. They don't have extra guys looking at it. They got rid of like 80% of their knowledge of the other teams in the league because they're trying to save money at the end of the year. They have one major league scout left.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Are they a bunch of old guys that have been around for 50 years and they don't like want to get into like doing the sabermetric shit? Or I mean, who are they actually firing? How long have they been there?
That was true. I was in so I worked at Wildfire Steakhouse when the Cubs when they started over with what's his name, Matt Hoyer, the Hall of Famer. Yeah, and they were doing a dinner and back, and I was like, I was just the waiter. So it was all the scouts, and Hoyer was there. That he was like the guy, and he was running the show, telling everybody, "These are your iPads. This is how we scout now. Here's how we use stuff." It was the greatest thing I ever got paid for in my life. Just hanging around, I was filling every water. I wouldn't leave the room because it was like all these stories from the scouts going around. But they were basically like that. That was his thing. Was like, hey, if you're not on board with this system, then you can get a job somewhere else because we're done doing this whole like thing. It was sort of like a Moneyball moment, but for the Cubs. Like after they brought the thing in, and it was very like. I don't know. As a baseball fan and a closet Cubs fan, I was very excited to be there the whole time. I was like, more water, sir?
Well, you're like one of those
Ma-
waiters in The Sopranos, right, with the little camera and the
oh yeah.
bell or whatever.
So maybe the Twins do need to do a little bit of that. They do have a good front office, though. They have smart people there.
Phil, you might have already heard this on the rates and barrels, but I thought it was really well. It's not even the team I would have expected. If there was one team that didn't have that new uh, what do you call it? A video hitting cage. You know, like it simulates all the different types of pitches.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah,
team
that's the different
the one
pitchers.
team that doesn't have it, at least as of earlier this year, was the Nationals. So
Right.
every
Yeah.
team had this, and I was like, I can't imagine with that amount of money that a team is worth that you just wouldn't have it, even if you didn't believe in it. It'd be like, yeah, just get the fucking thing, you know. Like I don't understand
Right.
why they wouldn't
Yeah.
have
Why
that.
would you have the best hitting simulator on the market? You're a major league team.
That's
Well,
weird.
yeah. What message does that send to your players? They're like, it's fine. Go out to the casinos. Go out to the casinos in
Yeah,
Indiana. The
And
last week
fuck some paws.
the team doesn't even fucking care. Why should I care? I'm gonna go fucking like play some craps till 9 a.m.
and they're not a
Speaking of
dumb
craps, I gotta let my
team. I
dog
mean,
out.
I
I'll
don't
be
know.
right back.
They're not a dumb team. So like it was weird. I couldn't, of all the teams I would have come up with, I don't know, at least half the league before I would have guessed them.
Well, middle of the season they fire Dave Martinez, pretty good manager, and a pretty good GM in Mike Rizzo. And you got to figure those guys are like, I ain't quitting because you owe me this money, and if I quit, you don't owe me the
Right.
money. But I'm gonna keep bitching until you guys get this. And they were like, fuck off, you're fired, which is probably what they wanted. But I'm just reading between the lines there that they were like, yeah, you're not going to give us the stuff. I think the Athletics don't have it either. I don't know. I think there's another team. There's other teams that don't have that um, simulator
I'm
cage.
just going off of what they said in that podcast. They said it was just one team that didn't have it. I could have
Wow.
heard it wrong. I'm not gonna stand by it, but that was what I came out of it with. Was that the Nationals were the only team in MLB that didn't have this advanced video hitting batting cage thing.
Um, well, we're on the screen, if I may. I just want to say, everybody talks about your pitching, Mike, but like you're third in hitting by points per batter with Jeff and I, and you see it as a detriment this time of the year, but like I think it's a good thing that you use so many games because you can't it's like fab. You can't like use it again next year. So it's like, so I don't know. I don't think people should underestimate like how balanced your team is.
Yeah, well, it's above average hitting. You know,
Third.
fifth in OPS, and then the Lou runs per game, it's fifth, so it agrees. But of course, ERA, FIP, Lou runs per game.
Just ridiculous. It's a season for the ages on the pitching side.
Yeah, it's all good. But let's see where K minus BB is. I'm sure it's one. Yep. Yeah. So everything is good, and and a little bit above average in the bullpen, and a little bit above average hitting, with top-notch pitching by, I think it was, it used to be anyway, by far. 3.27. Next closest team is a 3.6. So yeah, that's pretty far above. Look at these terrible ERAs. Are these correct? Most of the leagues like
Wait,
4
hey
and
Lou,
above.
Lou, your K minus BB I think is done wrong. Just so you know.
What is it?
Well, the higher the K minus BB is good, but like, oh,
This,
just a note
this
for
is
later.
hitting. This side's
Oh,
hitting.
okay, that's for you do it for
Yeah.
hitting too. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Never mind. I
Yeah.
redact.
No, weight's number one. So yeah, I did my own mid-year. I did my own runs per game for hitters and pitchers. So it's agreeing pretty well with the OPS and stuff. So I think it's
It's
pretty good.
pretty it's like it's weird though. Like K minus BB for a pitcher makes way more difference than for a batter because batter has a lot of different paths to success. Pitchers do too, but like for batters, like I don't know if you're doing the damage, then like they can green light for homer swing,
Yeah, no, I
all the
agree.
way through strike three. That's fine.
Because
But for pitchers,
a hitter determines much more what kind of outcome is going to come out of that at bat than the pitcher. Like if Jose Oquendo is up, well, even if this guy is a big home run pitcher, he allows 36 homers a year. Jose Oquendo is not going to hit very many homers anyway.
well, I'll say the batter has more input on batter has input. I think they're about equal on contact, unless you're like on the elite end of it, with those guys that like never strike out or always strike out. But I think the quality of contact is really on the batter. And for the pitchers, it's like the balls and strikes, the K minus BB, that really makes a difference. Yeah, the ground ball rates, like they can, sinker ball guys, they can influence it as well. Fly ball guys getting like pop ups and 300-foot fly balls, those matter, but still, I'd have to weight that more on the hitter side, the quality of the contact, and then but the pitchers like I don't know, K minus BB is the game right there.
but I think we're all pretty good at knowing that. Like we don't really care about Schwarber's strikeout rate, although when he brings it down like he has, it's good for him. But it doesn't mean like, well, I don't want him because he strikes out a lot, like.
Yeah.
But for pitchers, we know that like a pitcher that doesn't strike out a lot of guys, he better not walk anybody, and he better have a good ground ball rate, or else it's just not going to work. I mean, even if it's been working, it's probably not going to last. So
Remember Larkin's old thing when he was winning, he's like, I just get the guys that get hit by pitch the most. He's like,
Yeah,
whoever are the guys that like get hit by pitch all the time, those are the guys I want. I want the on base guys, because and they're the sluggers that are getting like hit to plunk them on base. And like honestly, he's up there in it.
let's see, hit by pitch rank. Number one is
Rudy.
He Can't Fail.
Wow.
And capital knockers are fourth? No, third?
Fourth.
No, fourth, yeah. Who else is up there?
Second.
Paging Dr. Satchel.
I mean, if you think about it, they're sluggers. They get on base anyways. There's not a lot of like the Tampa Bay guy that Mike picked up earlier this year on waivers. He's not getting hit by a pitch a lot because they're not going to put him on base because it becomes a double, maybe a triple. So like he's not getting hit by pitch. But Rizzo, every year Rizzo was leading the league in hit by pitch. Or now the guy that came back
crowd
from
the
Houston
plate
this week.
so hard.
Oh yeah,
He
that's
was
part of the
always
game,
right
though.
on the plate.
People don't realize how much it's all about. It's all about the fear at the plate, and like it really is like you can say all these guys have it conquered in the big leagues, but it's still part of the deal. They have it mostly conquered.
So did he?
But they still have to be a little bit worried about getting hit. Otherwise, you're going to get hit in the head.
Did he sign a contract with the Cubs after retiring?
A 1-day contract, and then he retired.
Okay, so he didn't play or anything like that.
You guys talked about that. that stupid Cubs fiasco. This is why I'm a closet Cubs fan. So like Hap throws him a baseball with $100 bill rubber banded on it, and then and then he almost catches a Hap or somebody else's homer, and then he's like, I'm too drunk. And there's Eddie Vedder there, like, oh, Eddie Vedder used to be my hero. Now he's just another drunk idiot in the fucking outfield. The stack of fucking snake beers. Know the game. Does anyone know what the count is? That's why I turned to a Cardinals fan at a Cubs game to ask him what's going on if I like missed a play, because they know. The Cubs fan has no idea. They have no idea. They don't know the count. They don't know how many outs they are. They don't know the score, maybe, unless they look at the
Some of us
scoreboard.
do.
But the Cardinals, some of us do. I would know. You would know. Larkin would know if I was at the game with him. But I'm just saying, this is why it's hard for me to be a Cubs fan, a self-loathing Cubs fan, because God, it
It's
just
not a
feels like
Cub. It's not a Cubs
I'm part
fan
of a
though.
cheer squad. It's a palm
My
squad.
my problem with it was only when they chose to do it. You're in the middle of a pennant race. You haven't locked anything up yet, and that's when you're doing the Rizzo gets drunk in the bleachers game.
Yeah, yeah. You do it.
Well,
You
he's
do it.
retired. He
You
can
know
do
what?
whatever the hell he wants. That's the first
Yeah.
time he ever got to experience that.
But
I mean,
but
there's the
do
one
it
thing they want.
after you get it locked up.
Like do it this
Right. They want to
weekend.
do the. They got to add
Yeah.
him to the 40 man for him to officially retire as a Cub. Does it matter that he officially retires as a Cub? You got to demote somebody and use a move. He can
Doesn't
just
matter.
say, "I'm always a Cub." Does anybody really care? But like, it's a thing, and then it's like they want to get it done with so they can keep shuffling the roster. But like, I agree with you. No, just be like, cool. We'll bring you in for a Anthony Rizzo game. Once we lock up the pennant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cubs, it's total Cubs.
Yeah, but what if it was like a real tight race and then it became a distraction towards like you never know what's going to be in the future.
Then
And
you
you
do
know
it
what?
next year.
Yes, April. Guess what, dude? We got you set up for. We'll do you June 1st. Actually, any sweet homestand. We'll give you whatever Tuesday it is on a homestand, and we'll have a sellout game. It'll be Anthony Rizzo Day, and you and Eddie Vedder can make beer cup snakes in the outfield
Lakeshore could
all
have him
game
in the
long.
suite.
I don't know. I'm with
Actually,
you.
I'm going to be in the suite this Saturday.
Someday I'm just not going to be a Cubs fan. I don't know.
I want to
I'm not going to become a Twins fan, but
I want to possibly defend Cubs fans. Like if you're talking about people at the Cubs game, that could be very different from a Cubs fan, right?
yeah, that's true. I mean, wait, huh?
I
Yeah.
was confused. So you're really
Say that again?
A Mets fan, Mike?
A lifelong Cub fan got really pissed off during when they got rid of Casper and went to Marquee, making it almost impossible to watch. And so the Cubs were the only team I couldn't watch. And I liked the Mets broadcast, went out to New York, was there, checked out a game. I'm about 50-50 now.
I mean,
It's a good Citi Field is a far better experience in general. Getting there, it still has some of the drunk idiot problems, and that's a little bit encouraged. It's got a hockey game vibe, but at least they don't have Bugshiambi just blabbering all over himself.
Well, he's got some personal shit going on here.
Yeah, does he?
Well, the number of times he has been talking about a player and, oh, he was a great assistant coach for the Yankees, or, oh, a great assistant coach for the Mets, completely oblivious that he spent like 4 years as a player with the Cubs.
Yeah.
Shambi did?
Oh, all the time.
No.
He does it all the time.
As a Cubs fan, what you care about is when they played with the Cubs. And that's what you should reference. Like, oh, they were part of those teams, the Cubs history. And that's when you bring in broadcasters that are players that predominantly played for other teams. Wait, Boog was just a broadcaster. What am I talking about? He never played, right?
No, he's just an East Coast guy who only knows East Coast
he's
baseball.
an East Coast guy. I like to hear him talk, and then after a while, it's like, oh, this is just.
He's got a good voice.
It's a little bit of a exactly. It's a little bit of a shadow thing. I don't know. Yeah, it's just that's what Cubs fans love, though, man. I love to know about the 1 year that a guy played with
Does
the Cubs.
Farmer
know?
still do the radio?
For the
For
White
the White
Sox. For the White
Sox?
Sox.
Ed Farmer is
He's a
dead.
White Sox?
Yeah, Ed Farmer's dead.
I got it all mixed
Remember
up.
when who were the two White Sox
You're
guys?
thinking of you're
They
thinking of
sounded
Pat
kind of the same.
Oh yeah,
It was
Hughes
Ed
and-
Farmer.
Hughes, right?
Chris
Oh,
Singleton was
Hughes.
Is
Hughes
Hughes
is still
still do
there.
radio for
Yeah,
the
Hughes
Cubs?
is a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did a dinner with Hughes
He's good.
at
He's good.
Wildfire again, and so he would do the talk with people, about 40 people in the back room, and then like in the back afterwards he'd eat his meal with a couple people, and so I was like waiting tables with him. One of the nicest people I've ever met. This is when he was still in his bad sweater phase, getting made fun of by Ron Santo, and he was just a sweetheart. He was great in Milwaukee, and he knew like, this is Bob's place, not mine in Milwaukee, and came to Chicago and like, I don't know, that guy, I have no beef. That guy is one of the best
I
broadcasters of
mean,
all time.
The Mets have Howie Rose, who is as good a radio guy as you're going to find. I mean, and those guys really have a bigger job than the TV guys.
Well, they're painting a
It's
picture.
like, they're providing the picture. They're more talented broadcasters. And in Howie's case, they're not very attractive. So radio is perfect for him. But I've met his daughter actually, who was friends with a guy I went to a Mets game with, and I couldn't believe that was Howie Rose's daughter, because he jokes about his looks. Like he says that he doesn't have to wear a mask on Halloween, blah blah. He's funny about it. He does the Islanders games too. But anyways, when I lived in Forest Park, our next door neighbor, we lived like 5 feet away from them. We had one of those 25-foot city lots, and the woman, our next door neighbor, was a big Cubs fan, and she had Pat Hughes, I guess it was, on the radio. Whenever I would come home from work, the Cubs broadcast would be on, and I thought he was just such a great radio announcer. I mean, I haven't listened to them all, so I mean, it's a limited sample, but those two are the best, I think.
Well, I'll say this to you guys, for what it's worth, podcasts are hard to like do actual like email work to and listen to for me. And music can be sleepy, but I do like listening to music. But I do find baseball games, although they're good to nap to, but they're pretty good to work to too during the day. So my accountant at D-Men, Tony, who's in this other league that he wanted last year, he said like, listen to like the San Francisco Giants guys, great radio broadcast. So I haven't like ponied up for the MLB package for radio, although it's pretty cheap. It's way cheaper than the TV one. I think I'm gonna ask for it for Christmas. But I have been doing that pirate one. That's why I was listening to the Phillies one, where they're like, kind of have to like see which one's working that day, who gets the broadcast. It's great to catch some of the announcers from around the league. It's way better than watching the highlights or just throwing on a game in the background, and you'll get some favorites. And it's like, I don't get that much info from it, but it's a great way to listen to the game, hear what's going on. And you hear certain guys, you're like, I just like listening to this person call a game. And it's just lovely to hear baseball called in the right way and be informative. You do hear a snippet here and there. But
so I get the TV package every year, and I've learned to hate certain teams because the broadcasters are so bad.
I want to hear the announcers you don't like.
Phillies
That's
games,
the one I'm thinking of.
All right,
I mean,
tell
the
us your
Phillies
announcers
games
you don't
are
like.
atrocious.
Phillies TV.
Especially when Croc's in the booth.
Phillies TV though. Phillies radio is not bad. Phillies radio is not bad. They were a little like, rain delay in the 9th inning for the tie game. I mean, they were disgusting because they blew the lead and stuff tonight. But they're informative and they're good. But they're like, it's the end of the year. I wanted to go get dinner. Kind of. They're not saying it, but saying it. But like, the radio is better.
I like
I
Kruk.
fucking love that though. That's reality.
As a player and a person, I like Kruk, but as on TV, I guess it's a little bit. It's sort of like listening to like Meatloaf broadcast the game, I guess. So.
And the number of times he just says
Meatloaf.
like, "What inning is it?"
Oh no! Really?
What's the score? Like, it's really bad.
I
He was
compared him to
charming as a player, but
I compared Kruk to Meatloaf, but Meatloaf was a big rest in peace, whatever. He was a big fantasy baseball guy. Did you know
yeah, he
about that?
was.
I mean, I
Oh,
read an
really?
article like years
He's in
ago.
that
There was
book.
this
He's in
article.
that book you loaned me.
What was it?
About like he's in that book you loaned me about the he's a beat writer who like decides to like have a fantasy baseball team.
Michael
And like
Lewis, Money. It was the
yeah, Michael
Moneyball.
Lewis
The
and
movie
like
was
so
based
like
on, yeah.
not the Moneyball, but
Oh,
the other one.
Fantasyland.
Fantasyland, yeah.
Okay,
And so anyways, yeah,
bring that to
he's talking about
Jeff's.
all this stuff.
Bring that to
Oh, that's it.
Jeff's.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, yeah, it's very much like lost our conversation.
Well, I
Sorry.
guess when Meatloaf was on tour, like he'd be doing his roster transaction. It was really funny to think about like some guy like on a tour and like you know how it is. Like you're trying to get your moves in like before like he's doing it probably before he has to go sound check or something. Wait, hold on. I got to move my corner infielder up, you know. But anyways, I guess he was in a lot of leagues too. He was sort of a junkie.
Uh,
Anyways. But yeah, Kruk
Uh,
reminds me of Meatloaf, kind of.
yeah,
the other
Meatloaf
team
was
that
into it.
the other TV broadcast, the Padres broadcast is also really terrible.
They're good, right?
No,
Oh, you thought they're bad.
I do not like the Padres broadcast.
The only
It's
one that
television
struck,
broadcast.
Yeah, the TV crew.
Is
the
that
only
Rick
one
Sutcliffe?
No, he every now and then
I know who
Sutcliffe
you're
comes
talking
into the
about.
Cubs booth and makes very specific references to 1984. Like, oh man, great play out and right by Tucker. It's a lot like that play in Game 48 in the 1984 season. You guys know what I mean, right? And then just
I
moves
mean,
on.
Yeah,
mix it up. I eat that shit up.
I mean, the Mets
I do
announcers are
too.
very good. We're spoiled. Like the Mets have always, have been a bad team historically, right? Except for certain pockets. But the broadcasts have always been good. So we're spoiled in that regard. But I thought one broadcast that I've seen from MLB Network that struck me as bad was the Rockies. I guess that's the only opinion I have. But when I was listening to them, and it might have just been a spring training thing. I don't know what it was. But I was like, oh God, these guys aren't good. This
Oh,
this would be hard, to watch as often as I do.
The Athletics guys are bad. The Athletics guys are rough, and the broadcast is like, as a music guy, like it's like not mastered. It's like not mixed. It's like 10 to 15 decibels lower than every other broadcast. When I turn it on, it's like, why is it so quiet? Like you guys can't even spend money on like a compressor. Like this is like $100 piece of equipment. Like you cheap MFers. Like seriously, like you could get a student to like make this sound better. It sounds so bad. It sounds like a high school football game.
It's
Like
probably the local community college that's doing the audio.
wouldn't be surprised.
hey, what was the what did the White Sox last year? What was their record? I mean, I know they broke a record or their record or whatever, but
Oh yeah, the
121?
Rockies gonna hit that? Did the
no,
Rockies
no,
beat
they're
them?
No,
43 and
Rockies already
113 right now.
They did.
Rockies already are guaranteed to be better than the White Sox. They
I
did
think
it
the
last
White Sox lost 121, but they might have had a higher win percentage than the 62 Mets. I don't know.
All right. Well, I was wondering, man, because Colorado's having kind of the same year the White Sox had.
Yeah, they have a horrible offense and a pitching staff that, I mean, I don't know how you win there. What do you get? A bunch
They
of
don't
slow pitch softball
they have a
pitchers there? Like
So what I heard
just
is they have a terrible scouting department. All the people that work there in the head office have all been there since the goddamn start of the whole damn thing. They don't fire anybody.
that's kind of the Twins thing up here. Yeah, and their big signing was fucking what's his name from the Cubs?
Bryant.
Chris Bryant, it blew
Yeah,
up in her
Bryant.
face.
He can't stay on the field. How many of us have
But even if he had
been like,
stayed
it's gonna
healthy
be
that
Chris
whole
Bryant's
time,
comeback year? Like I've done it year after year, and I'm like, nope.
it wasn't a signing with a lot of vision, right? Even if he had stayed healthy, so what? Like they wouldn't have won the division. Like
we talk about bad pitchers, and there's the Colorado factor, but I just pulled it up. And then there's Herman Marquez.
Yeah.
in 512 at bats this year. Lefties are hitting 313, 384, 533 for a 916 OPS against him
Overall?
overall on the season.
Wow.
But righties are 324, 369, 542 for a 910 OPS.
However,
Think about
Herman
that.
Marquez maybe he might have the second best Rockies pitching season of all time.
He might be the worst pitcher like of the decade this season, though.
It's true, but he
I,
he did have a season with the Rockies that was actually like wow, is this guy like rosterable? He's kind of okay. It was kind of shocking, but
It would
what
only
was it
be
20 in
2018.
2018? Yeah, he had a year in 2018 pitching in Colorado, 33 games, 196 innings. This guy pulled off a 3.77 ERA, which is pretty amazing.
so
And
what
then
changed for him, like
well, even he was okay in 2019. I mean, he went up because of the
and that was a
Colorado
tough year to
factor.
pitch.
And in 2020, limited season,
Right. Throw it out.
13 games, but he had a 3.75 ERA. And he did go under the knife, so he did. He's coming back from this is his first year back for
All
Tommy
right. So
John.
something's not right after that. But if you're talking this
But
decade, you got to compare him. Anybody that you're positing, you got to compare him with Patrick Corbin. Before this year, Corbin was as bad a pitcher that had a ton of innings as you're going to find, right? I mean, I do that thing. I do earn runs above average multiplied by your innings pitched, and Corbin was like the leader for like 2 or 3 years, like right consecutively.
yeah,
And this year, of course, he has a decent year. Like I can't explain it. I mean, it's
well now
crazy.
he's in Texas, right? The Rangers. He signed
Yeah,
with the Rangers.
it's a good place to
Yeah,
pitch, but beyond that, I mean, like it's
but and
incredible.
we talk about that good front office and a team that won't spend money on the the real batting cage that most MLBers are used to. What do you think they spend on their pitching development? What do you think they spend on their pitching research? He goes to Texas and they're like, "Hey, throw your curve more.
Yeah.
It plays better off your changeup. You should be a backwards pitcher. Lead with your off speed stuff. Sneak your fastball in there." And he had some good starts this year. He was an okay pitcher. He was a much better pitcher for them than he was with Washington,
Oh,
based on the way they did pitch changes to him.
anybody in a rotisserie league, especially, would have been happy to pick up Corbin early. I didn't get him because I didn't believe in it. I was like, I'm not picking up Corbin. I'm not picking up the Yankees guy. Who was the guy that they released eventually? Carrasco. I was like,
Yeah.
those guys are shit. Well, Carrasco
And
was
yet,
shit, but
but hey,
Corbin was not shit.
let's talk about the pitcher of the second half. And I don't know who has him in the league. I don't have him. But so remember last year, the Marlins traded this pitcher to the Orioles, and they got back
Trevor
two guys,
Rogers.
and everyone's like, yeah, and everyone's like, they got ripped off, and everyone, I believed it. I was like, wow. And the outfielder they got, and the second baseman, third baseman they got were pretty decent. Especially the outfielder this year has been really good. Um, I think for the Cows maybe. But but
Norby
the
and Stowers. Yeah.
Yeah, but who is the pitcher again?
Trevor Rogers.
Trevor Rogers is one of the best pitchers of the year. He came back in the middle of the season, and it's just like everybody, all of us, everyone in the world was like, he ain't gonna do it again though. He ain't gonna do it again though. The guy's like the 18th best pitcher now for the year, having started halfway through the season. The guy's got a 2 something ERA.
I picked
And
him up.
like last year, I was like, Trevor Rogers is the man. 2 years ago, I was like, Trevor Rogers is the man.
I
I
picked him
can't
up
figure it
in
out.
the AL Roto. You know how limited the pitching is available. 12 teams, American League only. I picked him up and I got him, and I've had him in ever since. And I'm in 11th in ERA in that league,
Oh,
11th in WHIP. I mean, can you
well,
imagine? I mean, how
it's
bad
not Trevor
off I'd
Rogers'
be.
fault. It's not Trevor Rogers' fault.
No, it's not. I mean, like, but I'm saying, you get lucky sometimes. I picked up Adrian Hauser in that league, and he was my second choice. I wanted the other guy, whoever he was. I already forgot. Didn't get him. I
To
got
me,
Hauser, and like Hauser had like a 3.5 ERA, and I was like, oh, I guess that was good.
the lesson here is
It's
that the
all luck.
Orioles aren't. Maybe the Orioles aren't idiots. Maybe that guy, that new GM, took him a couple years to get his pitching guys in. Maybe he's executing a plan. A lot of guys got hurt, it's just gonna take them a minute for them to roll it out to match with their hitters. But like this year, just like didn't work out. But I'm just they're making me rethink Baltimore and their pitching
But
because I was like,
I don't think people
anybody pitching,
criticize.
it's like if Baltimore, I'm like, I'm not gonna take a chance on them.
I don't think
But if
people
they're like a
criticize his
Dodger, I'm like,
ability.
yeah, okay.
I don't think they criticize his trade ability, making trades or drafting. It was more like the timing, the overall, like the big picture thing. Like you've got this team with a window right now, and we
Right.
know that windows can like be completely different even in a
Right. No,
year.
people were like, get Edward Guerrero. They were like, get Edward Guerrero. At least like he's like a live arm that can help us on the stretch run. This guy's like hurt. We don't even know if he's coming
I
back
mean,
this
this
year.
year, the way it worked out, it might not have happened anyway, right? Adley got hurt, all this stuff. But like going into the year, they should have gotten, if you don't want to re sign Corbin Burns, I totally get that. That was fine. But like, don't bring in, I don't know, Kyle Gibson and Morton, like bring in somebody better than that. Like you guys could win the division. And really, to be honest, they probably wouldn't have won the division, even if they had brought in like a Nick Pivetta.
I
That's a
mean,
guy
look at
that would have
Toronto,
been
man. Look at Toronto.
Pivetta would have
What a
been very
year.
inexpensive, right? And he did great. Would he done
Toronto's a
Mets
team
just
who
beat
like,
more? Probably not. But I mean,
the Mets just beat the Cubs
oh God,
oh, all right.
God, thank
9-7.
I know. Lou's been hanging on pins and needles. Lou, thanks for doing the podcast
Oh
and
my
not just sitting in front
God,
of the TV
they
and
that
accommodating
team.
Mike and I in our tight schedules.
I mean, I've been frustrated before, but this team has just
Really
pushed
tight.
me to my limits where it's almost becomes like detachment. Like I'm so disgusted, I'm like detached from it. I'm not a demanding fan, especially when I can see the big picture, but this team just disgusts me. Oh, thank
Jesus,
God that
Lou.
the Reds are they lost too. So, but the Reds have the tiebreaker in the Mets. So when they were even tonight, and Fangraphs still had the Mets as above 50-50 chance of making. I was like, what are you guys watching? They're tied with 6 games left, and you're still saying the Mets are probably going to do it. I mean, like, but now, deservedly so, the Mets would be above 50% chance of making the playoffs. But it's just disgusting that they're in this position.
Yeah. Hey, I got a guy.
Ah, there it is. By the way, real quick, Jeff, I gotta say, I got a guys on the podcast, and like I've watched most of the podcast, not all of them. But like, man, when you say I got a guy, it's so perfect now. And the way you've redone the game, respect. You've done it so
Thank
like
you.
so much better. You like right when it's like, man, okay, now we're getting a little off the rails. Like, let's go. All right, let's go. Who do you got? Tell me
All
his
right.
name. Tell me his name. Who is it?
Not going to tell you his name. You got to tell me his name. Here are your 5 clues. He is a 9-time All-Star, 5-time Silver Slugger. He's won a batting title. He was Major League Player of the Year. And he's been in a World Series.
Been in a World Series means he's not a winner.
He was in a World Series.
And lost. It's
You
not
say
a question.
batter of the year?
That's what I
Clarification.
get. That's
Is
what
that
I
a
get
thing,
for it. It
batter of
doesn't
the
say
year?
World Series champion.
Did you say batter of the year?
MVP 1 year, Silver Slugger 5
MVP,
times.
is that it?
Batting champion 4 times, did you say?
No, he won the batting title once.
Once.
9-time All-Star,
9-time All-Star.
5-time Silver Slugger. He won the batting title 1 time. He's been in the World Series, and he won an MVP.
He won an
It
MVP.
was it was just the M. It said MLPOY, Major League Player of the Year.
Oh, he
I
won
don't know
the.
what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Okay, so that's a red herring. It's what they give to it's it's like a Bat Boy trophy. All right, all right, Mike, you're leading the standings.
Yeah. You guys
First
go for
guess.
Um,
Just
You
narrow
have
it
to guess a
down.
name.
did
You
he
can
play
narrow it down.
most of his career in the National League?
Don't.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's not Kimmler and Lou here. We got you, baby. We know how the game is played. All right. We're not just gonna throw out names.
I might. Is it Al Raboski? No, that doesn't count.
Okay.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, he won a Silver Slugger.
All right.
Yeah,
Repeat
one
that
question
though.
down.
But I talked over it, so tell me again.
Yes, he was mostly National League. Yeah.
Mostly National League.
Go ahead, Phil.
All right, I'm next. Was he mostly an infielder or outfielder?
Primarily an outfielder, but he did play some infield. That's two.
Did he retire after 1995?
Like that.
Yes.
Like that.
Three.
Retired after 95.
Did he play most of his career in the NL Central?
Let's see, what was the NL Central back then?
Yeah, that's no, it's mostly what it is today.
No.
89
No,
they
he
split
did.
it, right?
He did not.
Okay. Nice. Good question.
That's four.
Oh, not me now. Oh, the stress is on, and I hate that air. Okay. Mostly outfield, some infield. Stick to NL. Okay. Would you say this guy is known as a slugger or a base stealer? Or
I
neither?
would say slugger. Yeah,
Okay.
slugger.
Okay. Minimal slugger. Slugger, lowercase.
No, I say slugger.
All right.
So we got an NL non-central outfielder, little infield, which I guess tends to mean corner first base or center field, middle infield, but I'm thinking probably more corner outfield, first base. East or West, retired after 95. One-time World Series, probably didn't win. Jeff was non-committal.
I don't think he won. It doesn't say World Series champion. It just said World Series.
Okay.
East or West? East or West? East or West? East or
Yeah,
West?
I'll just go East or West. NL East or West primarily.
Thanks,
A little
Luke.
bit of both.
Oh man.
Oh, okay. A little
Little
dipping
bit of-
toes in the water. All
Is
right.
it split or is there one side
ACDC?
is
He had a couple years in the AL too. I mean, you asked me if he was primarily National League or American League. Primarily National League, but he did spend a little time in the AL.
9-time All-Star, guys. This is that's like focus on the All-Stars. The guys are the All-Stars. He retired after 95. Now, that's still a pretty big window. Do we have to close that window down? Because obviously like the NL division thing is kind of like out the window for us. I don't know. Um, the decision tree on this one is up to you, Mike, but I am you know what, honestly, I'm just gonna like stare at Jeff and try to read his eyes. Although like the screen is like reflecting off your glasses, but that's all right. I'm still gonna do it because that's what he does to me.
Try to read. You're trying to get a clue out of the glasses.
Mm-hmm. Not the
Last
glasses off your
name.
eyes, not the glasses.
Last name start A through M or N through Z.
Woo! Wow.
Last name what?
A through M or N through Z.
M through Z. You got four chances left.
Wait, at N through Z? And like
M through Z.
M.
Well, my question was A through M or N through Z.
N through Z.
N is in Nancy.
Yeah.
Nancy.
Okay.
All right, but it's
All right.
really
No,
M.
it's all
all
good.
right.
It's all good.
M through Z,
N through Z.
but it's M through Z. Now we know that.
No, it's
No.
N through Z.
And Nancy.
That was his
Nancy's
question, but M through Z is the.
No, he said no. Jeff changed it. N like Nick through Z like zebra.
N like Nancy, Z like Z these nuts.
Oh, there it is. I was like, you were in the army. Come on, you tell us, man. Z's nuts in your face. Oh shit, it's my turn then. Oh man. This is so hard. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Well, recap here. 9-time All-Star, 5-time Silver Slugger. He's been in a World Series, a batting title. So we're talking a guy who was mostly outfield, some infield, mostly National League. He retired after 1995. He mostly did not play in the NL Central. Jeff was very he played all over. He played a little American League too. Don't get hung up on it. He said he was a slugger versus a base stealer. And he was like, no, I pushed him on. He's like, okay, slugger. And then N as in Nancy, Z Zachariah for the last name. So I'm going to say, is he a Hall of Famer?
No. It's 7.
I mean, that's a lot of All-Stars for no Hall of Fame, but Veterans Committee.
Is he primarily a right fielder?
Yes. That's number
Damn,
8. You got
Lou.
2 more
Damn, Lou.
guesses.
After 95. That's a long time though. That's like 30 years between now and then. 95
All right,
to
so think
now
about
is a
this.
long
So
time.
if he retired after 95, well,
I got a guess. Not sure, but I got a guess.
Well, that's what I said. I said, did he retire after 95?
right. I was just thinking, so are we talking about a guy whose all stars was primarily 80s and 90s, but it doesn't have to be.
Well, I got a guy though.
I'm
I think
gonna Phil, take your guess.
Well, you guys got to help me out because I'm bad with names. So this guy was mostly a Philadelphia Philly. He was an OBP master. He ended the season a lot with like 400 OBPs. He would get to 100 IBIs right at the end of the season. He was right fielder for the Phillies.
Bobby Abreu?
Yeah, Abreu is who I was thinking. Is it Bobby Abreu?
No. You got one guess left. Down to your last bullet, boys.
Go ahead, Mike. You skipped yours, right?
Yeah. Also, Abreu on the last name kind of blows it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You guys should have called me on it. God damn it.
Damn. I didn't catch it.
I wish we could have gone off screen without Jeff here. It's not my wheelhouse. So wait. This last one has to be a guess, right?
It has to be a guess of a person, yeah, because this is it.
So real
you
quick,
can't just ask
I'm going to stall for time I'm going to stall for time for my teammates by suggesting this.
Well, why don't you guys put your
how
heads
you guys have
together and
modified
kind
the
of
game.
just come up with ideas, throw names around.
Jeff, I've loved how you modified the game. I think the game should start for the wise asses because we have a lot of them in this league with like everybody in the game just doing a guess off the bat. It should be a free guess, like right off the bat, because everybody wants to do it. Just everyone wants to swing for a dinger. They should be part of the game. It's like a free guess right off the bat, right? That should be part of the game.
We can make this into a game show.
I'm just saying, like, it's a good game show. Just saying, like, make it a little bit, but you made it great. Now I think it's a tiny bit better by like letting everybody like get the ball rolling by just throwing random names out there. Now, secondly, and Lou, Mike, hope you're not listening to me. Hope you're thinking because I'm stalling for us. Jeff, the second thing that I'm thinking that we should do for the game is
I think Dodgers.
Make your guess here.
Dodgers, Giants, Padres.
What about that guy? If he wasn't a Giant, he'd have like 100 more home runs. He retired a couple years ago. He was a right fielder all the time, but he got
Pence?
like just destroyed. Not Pence. He played a little first base, but mostly there. But he was always a Giant. Forget him. Forget him. Forget that. What
Who am I
about
missing on the Rockies?
oh yeah, that's right.
They had like Vinny Castilla. That's not. He played third. They had Matt Holliday out in left. They had Andres Galarraga on that team at
Yeah,
first.
but you got to
Charles
remember
Johnson
it's
was
N
catching.
through Z. The name is
Right.
I
N through
know.
Z.
but
Well,
but
who
also
was their right
think about
fielder?
Jeff's head. It's ESPN and MLB Network. So like he's talking about somebody. So who's the guy that came back tonight for the Marlins and his dad, Conine? It's Conine.
No.
Conine's kid came back tonight, but he's a C. Fuck. Ah, damn it. I thought it was Griffin
Larry
Conine's dad
Walker is in the Hall of
for the
Fame.
Marlins. Jeff Conine. That would be close. All right.
Padres,
What
Rockies,
about
Is he
Dodgers,
a nine-time
Giants,
All-Star?
Diamondbacks.
Jeff
Mets.
Conine?
No,
Maybe.
this guy was a nine-time All-Star. You got to remember that.
Jeff
Jeff
Conine might have
Conine was
been.
not a nine-time All-Star.
He's Mr. Marlin. Are you saying he's not a 9-time All-Star?
He's not a nine-time All-Star.
All right.
The Phillies guy that went to the Nationals.
Yeah, we're gonna smash our fucking heads against Wall after this one.
What's the? I'm not saying it's the answer, but the Phillies
All
guy
right,
that
hey.
went to the who?
Lou, Mike, just start naming right fielders that you know
Who's that
that
Phillies
were
guy that went to
in
the
every
Nationals?
All-Star game.
Phillies guy
What?
that went to the Nationals late in his career.
Not, I don't know. I'm bad at this. Davey Martinez. I don't know.
No, he's like a big guy.
He's a big
Beard.
burly dude. You know, he was a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
big. He was a great big fat man.
I can't remember who it is. I can't remember if his name starts M through Z.
Timer's on, boys. Timer's on.
Do you know what I'm thinking of?
A little under 2 minutes to figure this shit out.
He was a Philly and he went to the Nationals late in his career for good money. Good player.
He won a
We need a
silver.
name, baby. We need a name.
I'm
30.
Get it. I'm not saying that's the guy, but all right. Mets, Phillies, Nationals, Braves.
He said mostly NL. Otherwise, I'd say Rafael Palmeiro, but that was after '95, right? Rafael Palmeiro. Steroid guys. Think of steroid guys.
Braves.
I know.
Nationals,
Steroid guys.
Mets, Phillies. What's the other team?
Oh wait, shit.
Marlins.
1 minute.
Who's that? The home run champion, steroid home run champion. What about
Dodgers,
him?
Padres,
Hamilton?
Giants,
No, not enough
Diamondbacks.
All-Stars.
The Pirate San Francisco Giants guy, the ultimate home run champion.
Bonds?
I mean, just saying, but that's not our guess.
Yeah, he starts with a B though. It's not. It's N through Z.
Who's the guy I'm trying to think of? He was a Phillies guy, went to the
30
Nationals
seconds.
Zoolander?
Bearded guy.
All right, when this last 15 seconds is up, you each get one guess. All right.
Phillies,
I can't.
Nationals.
Kill me. You're crushing my soul. My soul's crushed.
Damn.
Larry Walker.
No. He's a Hall of Famer.
Ooh, I like that. All right, that's your guess?
That's my guess. Played
No, he's
played
Hall of
mostly
Famer,
right
though.
field.
Jeff said he's not Hall of
NL
Fame.
West.
What's your guess?
Jeff said
Larry
he's not
Walker.
a Hall of Famer, so it's not Walker.
It's
I don't
not
think
Larry
Walker's in,
Walker.
is he?
Who's the guy I'm trying to think of? I don't think it's the right answer necessarily, but I just can't.
Throw a
think
name
of who it
out.
is. What?
Throw a name out.
I just can't think of the name. He was on the Phillies and went to the Nationals. Then that was it. That was it.
Say some name.
Well, I would say it if I could think of it. I'm just trying to.
Well, what you're thinking of is wrong anyway. Just say something else.
Good. All right. Well, tell me that. Jeez.
Phil. Well, he's thinking of a new guy. Who you got?
I can't even. I don't even know. Oh, okay. Final answer.
Mets, Phillies, Cubs.
Power of the Clouds compels me to say Rusty, stop.
It
I
can't
know it's
be
wrong. I just couldn't think of anything.
Silver
It's not my
Slugger's
era.
Silver Slugger's highest batting average at the position, right?
It's
No,
I think the power rating.
Oh, it was like
it's
Sosa? I don't
it,
know.
it's a voted thing.
Yeah.
We give up. Tell us.
Sosa.
Jeff
Nope, not
wins.
Sosa. You ready?
What is?
I'm gonna
Yes, please.
I'm gonna share the screen. You fucking idiots.
Sheffield. Oh, jeez.
Gary
So soon.
Sheffield, 5'11", 190 pounds.
Hey,
In his
look,
dreams.
he actually
In
should
his
be voted
dreams.
into the Hall of Fame. He had 509 home runs. He had a career OPS of 907 with a 60.5 WAR.
Yeah, he's a case of like a guy who's like he was like an asshole, meaning that like he
Borderline.
didn't like no. This is
No,
like
this ain't borderline, dude.
no, this is like fucking no. I'm not saying it's fucking racism. The guy should be in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Look at this
There's a
stat
lot of
right
guys.
here.
I just got a book at a random fucking thrift store in Milwaukee about this guy, Beauty, who's up Beauteous at short. And this guy, like, his whole career, all his stuff. It's like, God damn, man. This guy, like, he had a mediocre ass career. People liked him. He's in the Hall of Fame.
There's a lot of guys over 60 that aren't black that aren't in the Hall of Fame. So I don't
Well,
think you
check
can
this.
explain it with racism
All right,
entirely.
Jeff,
Check
you have
this
the
stat
floor.
out. His stat between his walks and his strikeouts here for his career. He had 300 more walks than he did strikeouts.
That's
His
amazing.
OBP was almost career 400. It was 393. And he almost
And
had 3,000 hits. He came close. But
I was on that
509 home
Bobby
runs.
Abreu train.
I
Sorry,
mean,
sorry.
Jesus. And look how many games he played. He almost played 2,500 games. He was always on the field.
He was Dwight Gooden's uncle.
Really?
Think so.
So, yeah.
I had no idea Gary Sheffield was that good. I wouldn't have, the 9-time All-Star thing threw me off on that. I wouldn't have guessed him at 9.
Well, Gary Sheffield was a baller, dude. He was
Excellent,
good,
excellent
man.
clue, Jeff. Excellent clue. And I have to say, the way you like, I'm gonna say it again. The way you've redone the game in the podcast, way better.
It makes it easier, makes it quicker, makes it go by faster.
I just love like right in the middle. You're like, I got a guy. You're just like you just pick a moment. You're like Jeff just picks a moment as like a producer of the show that goes, I got a guy, and it's like perfect. I'm like,
on
yes,
the
I
Rates
got a
and
guy
Barrels
too. Get the
on the
fuck out
Rates
of
and
here,
Barrels
Jeff.
podcast, they call it, I think I got a dude or something like that, or something like that. It's about a dude. I can't remember what it is. But
Ours is better. Fuck those guys.
I think the title of ours is better. Yeah, Jeff's title, I should say.
Next
So
time,
amongst yourselves, I
next
gotta
time,
talk
Lou and
about
Mike, you guys got to go to like the spring training with us. So, guys, that was amazing. And
Let's wrap it up with some final thoughts because I think Mike's got to go pretty soon. So we've already been on for a long time. So, Mike, what has changed in your thought process from year 1 to year 2, and what are your thoughts on this last week, if any? Got any thoughts?
Well, year 1, I knew going in, buy good players and trade them for prospects. Now, I got a little lucky that Camarino and Wood ended up as good as they were.
Caminero, you've got him. He's got like 44
Yeah.
homers or something. Oh, that's amazing.
I traded you Caminero, and like honestly, here's the thing about Mike. He did what all you guys should do to me. No, he was like, fuck you, Phil. You win the league every year. I'm not gonna fucking trade with you unless you like fucking give me the deal of a lifetime. And so every time I sent him a trade, it was harder and harder. And I was like, all right, fine, give me DeGrom for next year at a cheap price for Caminero. And I was like, all right, it's still like an okay deal. It turned out to be an okay deal. I didn't like screw myself. But Mike did what all you guys should do, which is like fucking destroy me on trades. Be like, dude. I mean, I try to give you guys trades that win for both of us, but Boda Box, baby. But Mike was like, but Mike is harsh. Like Jeff is like one thing where Jeff's like, no, and he's like, he really like he has opinions that I don't agree with on guys, and I'm like, all right, everybody loves their guys, but like you really love your guys. Mike was like, why would I trade with you? You win the league every year unless you give me the best thing. Because he was like coming in from an outsider's point of view, which is like totally right. Why would I do a deal with him unless I give him exactly what he wants? And like DeGrom's been good this year. I would say that I
Yeah.
wish at the end of the year now, I wish that and going into the last year it helped me keep other guys that turned out that they sucked, a bunch of injured guys. But going into it, like it worked for me, but Mike held out and like was like he got Caminero and like now he is the stud everyone said he would be, and he's fucking delivering. And it's because he like and he gave up DeGrom for $10, I think it was, right? Which is like it
Yep.
wasn't a bad trade, but like but you got a guy and now you can like next year keep him at a lower salary. You can plus 11 him or whatever it is, and keep him for like maybe like 5 years in this league.
I always think of
And
your
it's not just
offense.
you. I was surprised once I had the lead early in the year. Like I still have Walker Jenkins sitting in my NA spot. Walker Jenkins is gonna slug. He's a guy I would have moved to win this year, but no one came after him.
Is he Milwaukee,
No,
Minnesota? What is he?
Minnesota, and he's been hurt
Minnesota.
most of the year, so
yeah,
his
it's been a
numbers
lot,
are.
but everyone's like, he's amazing. He just needs to stay healthy. It's how you think about health. Is it random or is it like something that you have? It's
Right.
like it's coming back to our original conversation about Jordan
Both. It's in
Alvarez.
between
Is
the
it like
two.
is he a Jordan Alvarez where he's hurt all the time, or but think about the other Minnesota guy I had that I traded earlier this year, and like he's good. Every time he's on the field, he fucking destroys.
Wallner?
Yeah. Uh not Wallner. Fucking
Keyshaw.
yeah, Quito. I traded him the Golden Sombreros because I was like, well, he's good, but I just wanted like something that I knew was like a consistent MLB producer. I was like, do I think this guy might be better or as good? Yes, but I don't know. He needs to because MLB like kids need to prove that they can like stay healthy, not just produce. They have to show that they're healthy at the big league level. And like that's something like we all forget about these minor leaguers. So it's like but I think what you did was like right. It's like you're like, dude, give me a good one, and I'm like, yeah, right. But you got a great player in him. He's a really good player, and you're gonna have him for like maybe 4 or 5 years. You can plus 11 him or whatever.
Right. And so I did get a little lucky in that Wood and Caminero turned out. I have
James
He has
Wood.
a lot.
Carson Williams is up now. He looks at least intriguing on Tampa. The pitching, I had a plan going in with the pitching. The starters worked out, the bullpen did not, but I'm set up there too. Like going forward, I have enough top level pitching, and I could have matched on Freddie Peralta.
Right, and you didn't.
Like I kind of got scared midway through, and Larkin bid up Peralta, and I was worried about running out of money, and I didn't match on him, and then had extra money left over. So
I did the
kind of
same
wish
thing
I
with
would
the
have kept
Yankees
him.
guy. Who was the Yankees guy? The former White Sox guy that the Yankees have, starting pitcher.
Oh,
Starting
Carlos
pitcher.
Rodon.
Yeah, Rodon. And I was like, and he went for like 10 or 11. I was like, and I had the money, but I was like, I was in the mode. Once you get in the mode of like, all right, I'm not going over, then you like, your head's in that mode. It's hard to be like, and you're like, oh, I'm going to spend. It's hard in a auction to pivot to the next set of like, oh, now I'm spending. Oh, no, now I'm not. And so I let him get him for that. And like he's had a great year, but he has been Carlos Rodon. He's had
Yes.
weeks where he was like one of the week. He's also had weeks where he like was negative on his starts and sucked. And so as much as I was like regretted that throughout the year, and I've watched him on the Knockers roster and been like, God damn it, I wish I had this guy. And then other weeks I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't match that. And other times I'm like, God damn, I wish I had this guy. It was like he's been that guy. So it's like it's hard to decide in an auction for the whole year.
And then
Mike,
one
this is
other
one
guy I
thing you
had.
have to prepare yourself for this year. After this whole thing's over with, since you did so well this year, be prepared to get picked over like a dead carcass and a bunch of buzzards. Because I swear to God, whatever you fucking don't protect is probably going to be fucking snatched. So the best advice I can give you is maybe make some trades in the offseason of people you were on the fence about, or ones you're not going to keep, but somebody's going to take some value in them.
I mean, here's a guy. Do you have the hitter points up? I had no fucking clue Perdomo was put up that many points.
Oh
this
my
year.
god!
Oh no, he was amazing
Like-
pick. He's a guy who's like he's a top 11 fucking hitter, and everyone thought he was going to be like a third tier shortstop. Geraldo Perdomo is like
Last
one of the
week I
best
brought
hitters
it
in the
up.
league.
He was number 6
Yeah.
among all hitters.
If I have 2 requests, I know you got to go, but like the hitters things that you just mentioned, Geraldo, but like also like the thing that we mentioned earlier, just for everyone's edification, the RPs and their points for the year as well, because those things
Yeah, I wanna
like they
see
make
that
a
too.
difference. Look at Perdomo. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? Are you fucking kidding me? This guy was a fucking third string utility infielder, and yet Arizona was like, "Hey, we're going to sign you to a long-term contract."
86.
So, what's your thought process? Why did you keep him? Why did you get him? Tell me why, Mike.
I mean, he had prospect hype around him. Plays in a good lineup, plays in a good park, but
Yeah.
like I did not expect 19 homers out of him.
No, nobody
26
did. I mean,
Like 26 steals, okay. He's always hit lefties really well. They moved
what's
him
he
up in
bat?
the order
Second or
at one
third?
point.
What does he bat in the lineup?
He started the year at 9, and that's where he hit all last year. But
Am
I mean,
I
he
sharing
had
this or is somebody else
pedigree.
sharing this?
Yeah, is I think.
Do you see the Yahoo thing, or did somebody else?
I
already
see the
share it?
Yahoo thing. Yeah, I see it, Lou. You're on Kyle Raleigh right now.
So Perdomo's 6th.
I can tell because Jeff has an erection.
Yeah.
Hey,
Big one.
Look at the catcher's number 5. Schwarber's 4.
Oh yeah. Ooh, now it's me.
Soto's 3 for the dads. Jeez. Judge, and then Shohei, number 1.
I know.
But the shocker, besides Raleigh, I guess, being 5, is like Perdomo, number 6. Are you kidding me?
No,
That's crazy.
amazing. It's just
Shocker.
no one saw it coming. I mean, no one saw it coming. You didn't see it coming. You're like, he
No,
has
not that.
regular playing time. He's a guy. What about relief pitchers though? Like, well, because Mike's time is limited, so like, do relief pitchers real quick if you don't mind, because we were talking about that earlier.
Well, here's the starters, right? Crochet, Scooble, Max
Wait,
Free.
who's seeing what? I thought I shared my screen.
Oh,
Are you
I don't
seeing
know.
mine or no?
I'm seeing someone's highlighting Garrett Crochet right now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you got his.
Yeah.
Sanchez, Satch, Hunter Brown again for weight, Paul Skeens again for weight.
God, you guys held
Rodon's like
John
8.
over the fucking coals last week about Christopher Sanchez. Switch to relief pitchers though. Relief pitchers, man.
Yeah. If we go for saves, got Carlos Estevez, Robert Suarez for knockers, Andres Munoz, Jeff Hoffman, Yohan Duran.
So after looking through these though, like look at them. So how many of them are like their ideal close guys? And yeah, so this is for the year, right?
So you got 5 guys with over 300 fantasy points as closers. That's it.
All right. But
What about holds?
switch to like last 30 days. All right. Switch to last 30 days and keep it at RP.
That's 30 days total.
Total last 30 days and see what you get. Because it is a very volatile position.
Go up.
And you get a lot of different stats in there. Okay. Now, Kate Smith, all right, so he took over the position. Duran has Estevez. Keep going down. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Well, these guys are starters.
Those are starters.
Okay, all right. So then Ian Seymour is a starter. All right. Keep going. It's fine. Get rid of the ones with get them out of your head.
You just did it by saves. Cade Smith, Yohan Duran.
No, don't keep it sorted by points though, and keep going down because it is instructive to look at it and be like, Not everybody on this list is a primary closer.
All right. The first guy is Jojo Romero. No.
Sure.
Cade Smith.
Well,
Nope.
he is a primary
Tyler
closer now.
Kinley.
He's a primary closer now. Look at Ashby. What happened to Aaron Ashby?
He did like an opener thing.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
he
must
did
have.
one.
Yeah.
He had one start. All right, fine.
Yeah.
So Brian King.
Brian
He's not the closer. He's not the closer though.
Enriquez.
Hey, did you see what happened the other day?
See what I'm saying? We're like
Jake
10,
Berger was
15.
going against Brian King, so it was Burger against King, Burger King.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean,
They brought that out. That was on MLB Network. I saw the whole thing.
I
I
tried to
think
bring it
no
up early,
closers
and
is a very
I see
fine.
the point is getting lost late. But what I was trying to say is that like relief pitchers matter a lot in this league, and just like they do in regular MLB, so you have to like account for them. They take a lot of points, and they're not like, oh, look at this guy got so many points in a game. They're not like a starter, they get 30 points in a game, but they might get 6 or 7. And for one inning, it's kind of amazing because you get to the end of the year, you're great if you're 2.6 a game like Mike has.
Well, yeah,
It's
you get
amazing, you know?
a top starting
I would
pitcher.
argue at this point, it's better to have the relief pitchers who are high strikeout, one inning guys get holds than going after closers. They're far less money and they probably pitch more innings.
Yeah, well, if you
And
go
yet in
after
this
holds
league,
guys, you don't even have to spend any money on them. I mean,
Right.
like just $1. Because,
you
a
have to
top starting pitcher like Scooble, Skeens, what are they going to get per inning pitch? 3 points,
Lou, I argue with you that like
including
you
their
don't have to
wins and
spend
quality
any money
saves.
on them.
Quality starts, they get like 3 points per inning pitch, but a good closer reliever will get what, 5 over 5?
Spend the last 5 picks on injured reserve guys and minor leaguers, and don't worry about it. And then fill them in with like those guys that do this, that do that lovely 3.5 innings pitched. Those late inning relievers, especially the SBRP guys, who develop further along as there's more of them as the season goes on. But in the beginning, it's still good to like fill them in as guys. I just think like and it does reflect regular baseball that you have great bullpen, you have a great team. So I just want to reflect that to you guys that like everyone forgets these guys. Everyone wants like they're going for the big home runs, but like getting 4 or 5 innings out of these guys, they get points at like 3 points per inning instead of like starters at 2 points per inning, which is a lot when you're like running out of
Well, it's
innings
like
at the end of the year.
5 points per inning,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
starters are 2.5 or so. Yeah. I mean, if you could if you could get to the innings max with all relievers, that's what you would do.
No, so that's the dance. That's the dance, right? That's the dance. So you have to like you don't want to be so far below. You have to have a couple. To me, it's like 2 or 3 at a time, kind of works. But
I mean,
depends.
I still prioritize closers over setup guys,
Oh, of course, of course.
but if you're in the top 2 in your bullpen, that's what I look at. Like you could be the setup guy. I mean, the nice thing about a closer is like if he falls from grace, he'll probably not fall too far, right? If you're already the setup guy, you might fall to middle
Right.
relief, which is not as good. But
I just think there's a lot of them. I think there's a lot of like guys that are like RP only in our league that like score a lot of points per inning. That like, yeah, you don't want to keep them on your roster because it's a waste of a spot. We only have 5 bench spots, but on the off days, an RP is a pretty valuable thing to have. That's all. If I had to summarize my thing of this entire like podcast, I'd say like catcher points are not as valuable as like streaming an RP for the day.
well, I think like you can
I learned it
stream.
this second half of the season. I didn't know this before,
I
but
don't
like I'm like,
stream, but
definitely it is.
you can definitely stream RPs in a way that makes a lot of sense. Like if they pitch the night before, maybe not just the one time, but like you can kind of pinpoint when a guy they're not going to go to him probably,
Especially
and
not
then you
two
can
nights in a
swoop
row.
in if you're going to stream, which I don't do. But I mean, you could figure if if you want to spend that much time streaming relievers, you can definitely do it successfully, right? I mean, it might not be every night, but I mean, like definitely several, a couple times a week anyway. You could pinpoint time. Oh, I'm going to put in Jojo Romero because I think he'll be brought in for the save situation if there is
Exactly.
one, you know.
Great example with JoJo Romero. What I'm saying is on a day where there's not a lot of teams playing, like today, well, today's yesterday. Um, you just like look at the teams that are playing and you like be like relief pitchers. Who's there? And do all available, all not just available, like all owned. And just like you can quick look at the bullpen and have a picture. Like, oh, you pitched 2 days in a row. You pitched 2 days in a row. You pitched 2 days in a row. And then you're like, oh, if they have to go to the bullpen and they're looking for a win, this motherfucker's going to the game.
That's
That's all I'm
that's
saying. It's like it's not like
exactly what I
it's not very right,
that
Mike?
was exactly what I did yesterday and ended up with 8 points out of it. And looking
That's
at the Padres burned through a bunch of pitching on Saturday and Sunday, and
who do
they
you
like
use?
5 relievers had pitched back-to-back days. So
Yeah,
they
who
didn't
do you
have any
use?
Estrada.
Yeah,
I,
Estrada. Estrada was the guy I didn't pick up. I picked up the other guy from Atlanta, and Atlanta had the blowout, and they didn't have to use the other guy. Got a 3 inning game. Estrada it was a coin flip, and Estrada was the other guy I was going to pick up, and I would have got the points. It's like seriously,
and then I picked
exactly
and
same
then
logic.
Jay King, John King, some guy on the Cardinals, and
Yeah,
same
it's the
thing
same
that like
idea. It's the same idea. It's like
they
it's just you don't have to like look at every team because it's a day where there's hardly any teams playing. So only on that day you can look and go like, and like, man, does this make it seem like does this like something where like Chad sees this and goes like, yeah, fuck this league. I ain't gonna do that. I'm fucking Chad and I got a lot of farming to do. I get up in the morning. I got one eye left. Fuck this shit.
It's funny listening to you guys though. Like there's this other world that I'm not participating in. It's like the beginning of the movie, Blue Velvet, when they do the when they do the camera down to the ground level and the grass and the dirt, and they show this like insect life. Do you remember it's the very beginning of the movie,
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when he goes,
all right, Phil, you're up 62-44 on the day today, and picked up 13 points on me yesterday. So you're about 25 up. What's your prediction for the week?
I think I end up two behind you in the entire league because it doesn't matter about points, it matters about who you beat. And you'll beat the bottom of the league. You'll get there. You'll get to 3-3. I'll get to 5-1, and that'll be that. If I'm lucky. Be
Yeah,
Why
honest with
not
you.
6-0? Who's gonna get 6-0?
I have no strings left to pull, man. I have zero moves left. I'm like done.
Oh, I didn't
I
know that.
can't do
uh,
I got nothing left. I've done all my tricks. Maybe I have
we're
one
gonna
move
know
left.
more tomorrow. I've got
Maybe
Skeens
one
at
move left.
Cincinnati, Freed at home against the White Sox, Hunter Brown at the A's, Ryan Nelson
You
home
had two
against the
left today.
Dodgers.
Did you just do two tonight?
I did one.
I,
So how's your squad doing tonight though, Mike?
eh,
44, right?
You had a couple of pitchers going tonight.
uh, yeah, what's his name? Miller just left the game. It was
Reagan's
1-1,
when
and the reliever gave up 2 inherited
yeah,
runners. That
Are you
hurt
talking about Bryce
Reagan.
Miller?
Yeah.
Reagan's got 9,
What did Bryce Miller
and
do?
Miller
And
5.2.
5.2, 3 earned, but it could have been 1 earned if the
That was
reliever
my big.
got the
That was my
outs.
big claim. Damn, that's my last one of the year.
Well, if you need K's, he got 4.
No, it's innings pitched. They don't do Ks.
Yeah, tomorrow's my big day though. Tomorrow I still got to decide if I'm going to throw Nelson or not, but Skeens, Fried, and Brown going.
Yeah. I'm throwing Nelson in the other league because I have to high risk make up shit, but we'll see.
He's
We'll see.
he hasn't been bad, and I do think he can.
Wait,
If he blows up, he still
didn't
breaks
he
even
pitch
versus.
9 innings of one hit ball last time out?
Yeah, but dude, that actually scares me if that's true.
No, I think it is true, but that's why I was like, well, I'm gonna give it a try. But
No, that's not. That might have been
oh,
the
I
other
was
guy.
I was thinking of, oh, sorry, I was thinking of Brandon Fat. Never mind.
Fat,
Oh,
yeah.
five. Yeah, I saw that. Jeez.
Yeah, that guy. No, Nelson. Well, we'll see, man. I mean, best of luck to you. And you know what? I couldn't hand it off to a nicer guy. Um, I'm not conceding anything at this point because I think it'd be untoward and against the the directive of the league. And honestly, we have a good time together here, in Minnesota. So shouldn't she likes
Well,
it here. I mean, she
before you
likes it here. You shouldn't win. She likes it here with me. Okay.
before you hand it off to
Well,
Mike in
We
March, you need
call
to
it the Fister Cup.
wash the lube off the top of that ball. Okay.
Yeah.
what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Looked like you picked
Well,
up a
boy,
road cone.
right? Yeah. Well,
All
good
right.
times though.
I probably got to get going here. I'm
All
on the
right.
Yeah, I
early
think
shift
it's
tomorrow.
I think this is one apropos way or not apropos. I think this is a great way to close out the season and podcast. This is the last one of the season, so glad to have you both on here. I know you're going tooth and nail to try to win this thing and lock it down, and it's going to be interesting to watch in the last week.
Good
See if
luck, Mike.
anybody moves up
Good
a
luck.
spot or down a spot. I mean, because after this week, everything's locked in place for next year as far as waivers go and all that other shit. So, and how many draft dollars you're going to have. So, it's going to be an interesting week. And it was a good season because everybody was there was a lot of people in the middle, and just jockeying back and forth and finding yourself down in 11th place and then working yourself back up to 6 and then back down to 8. Or as
If
you
I have to
guys
go
had
outside of myself for a minute, I have to say, fuck this Dr. Satchel guy. And good luck. Mike Lance and his, you know, wait till next year crew. Honestly, I'm kind of rooting for him.
Well, if Mike
But
does do
fuck
it,
you if you beat me.
it'll only be the second last to first we've ever had. So Larkin was the only other one.
Well,
There'll be a lot of text messages flying this week as we come down the stretch here.
Yeah, let's see where the chips fall. And I guess the next time we start talking to you guys again, it's going to be after the season's over, is pretty much either through text or at the draft.
Jeff, are you not? When is your surgery? Are you not available a week from tonight? Because I thought we were talking about having an open house where anybody could come on if they want.
Well, we could do one. We could do that. I mean, the week after that is when I'll be gone.
Yeah, October 6th, right? So
Yeah.
the 30th. It would be the 30th.
Yeah.
So let's still try to do that if anybody's interested, and they could come on.
So next week, Beer League Open House podcast, where everybody gets an invite, and whoever can pop in, pop in.
all right, I'm in. I'll come
All
in
right.
and listen. I welcome being talked over. This was great, though. I wasn't talked over, and you guys listen to me. This is one of the best podcasts I've ever been on. So thank you for that.
Somebody took some
But yeah,
ecstasy.
I think Mike looks sort of like Rainn Wilson right now, doesn't he?
It's just the lighting.
it's true. All right, boys. Well, I
More,
guess
more
peace
like
out, then.
I
If
was
Mike's
thinking
peacing,
more like overweight Seth Rogen right now.
no, you're underweight Seth Rogen. Have you seen Seth Rogen?
Yeah. think you're underweight, Seth Rogen.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
All right.
All right, take care, guys. Thank you for coming out. Yeah. Yeah, make sweet, sweet love.
Take it easy. Good luck.
Just the tip.
Oh, no, really? Oh, it's salty. Why is it salty? Why is it salty?
You didn't wipe all the KY off of it.
I guess not. Dude, there's no way that would fit in anyone's butthole. But
Oh, I'm
anyways,
sure there's somebody out there.
are we done on the recording part?
No.
Okay. Well, then
No,
this
this is still alive.
someone, and that's it's not a challenge, but like this would be hard.
We could do like an auction dollars thing. Anybody who's willing to, be for the 2027 auction.
I have to say, as someone who's like going to lose the league as champion, what do you think about my setup here? Double trophies. I got my whiskeys here. It's pretty good, right? Come on, give me a little credit. I put some thought into this.
I like the rings idea. Jeff's rings idea.
You know what the coolest thing would be is having some ice inside that cup that you can put in your cocktail. No, in the trophy.
Like
you should
that,
be drinking out of that thing first and foremost.
We did at the Demon Tap. They were all there, and I didn't win the trophy. This guy won it like fucking 7 years in a row, and I won it last year because I was like, enough's enough, man. I'll sell out for next year because like I can't let this guy win this many years in a row. He's a good guy. It's not his fault, but like
Now you know how we feel.
Well,
How do we feel about you?
Yeah, no, exactly. So here you go.
There you go.
Nice.
Like you're drinking out of a fucking grail.
Bring that to the auction and we'll mix it 50-50. Yoo-hoo and Malort.
Malort.
Malort. You and Malort.
Yoo-hoo and Malort.
Guys, wish was my command. Guys, I appreciate you guys doing this podcast all year long. Like I said, I've watched like 90% of them.
Well, you're about the only one.
A couple weeks where like, we get it where you're like traveling and you're like, but I think I've actually watched I'm the only one that comments on YouTube. Have you noticed?
I've noticed
I do
that.
I do mukbang. I'm like, oh yeah, because like I try to comment along. I'm like, oh yeah. I try to guess along with the thing because it's fun to be like, I mean, you guys are part of it, so you don't have to guess along, but
I tried to promote this one to increase the viewership. So we'll see if it works.
well, the thing is, if it was actually alive, we might actually have people. Those other podcasts where it's like where they're live and then people like are in the comments. Like if we had guys in the league, we'd maybe try it once next year or something. Be like, we're like guys in the league like can like talk shit, like or they like comment while we're like doing
I
it.
don't know if I know how to do that. I guess
I don't know how either. I'm just saying it does happen.
I'll try to learn.
Well, boys, who do you have to? I gotta ask one last question then. If we're still on air, who are you picking for the champ this year?
In the
As
beer
far
league?
as like in Major League Baseball?
Oh.
No, in beer league. Fuck Major League Baseball.
It's going to be hard to beat him. You're the one coming from behind and stuff. You have to get the 6-0 this week. The only way you're going to beat him is if you get more points, you get the 6-0, and he's get the 3-3 or 2-4. You got it locked.
It's a fucking miracle, right?
It is pretty much a miracle. But here's the other thing too, is he's a little over on innings now, and he's also over on about 4 other positions where he's not going to be able to play 3 of those.
He's a little under
Saturday
on
and Sunday.
Actually. He's slightly under on innings, so innings won't be a problem.
No, he's over. I just looked at it.
He might get like a little unlucky on like who he picks to like use those innings on, but he has more innings than most of the league. Almost everybody else.
He's got +9 now.
Yeah, but
that's what
I'm saying. That Yahoo thing's kind of BS.
I know, but
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he
Like,
is six
but
six over.
tomorrow is like three guys going, but they have nobody later in the week. You know what I mean? It's like one of those like, it's one of those things. But like, it's not about the innings so much as like how
It's
they
the
get
quality of
used.
the innings.
Well, this
Yeah,
last week, it's more like where you are innings wise compared to everybody else. And he's right. He's fine. He's good.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
the games thing is interesting. You brought that up last week or the week before, and that was really good because
yeah.
that
Jeff did. Yeah,
the aggregate games, even exclude separating the catcher games, doesn't give you the full picture. So
no,
yeah, he is in
no.
trouble in a couple of those positions. So
I
that
think it's
that'll
like
affect
if
it.
you lose that,
I
he's
mean,
right to like have that, but he has so many innings to give. The one thing I'm like, I can't believe it, and I don't think he's gonna watch this podcast. So I want to say it. It's like I keep saying, I'm like, just find a starting pitcher, eligible reliever, and start them. Like they get 3 innings per pitch, like on average, if they're decent. Like just drop some guys you're not gonna keep for next year and like put them in your lineup and he would slam dunk beat me. But I was gonna say it while he was on the podcast because I'm like, I'm not gonna say it, but I'll say it now. If he's willing to watch the podcast, like do it. But like just pick up some SPRP. Fucking we know that. We've known this trick. We all know this trick, right? The SPRP like relievers. But like at this point, like he's sort of like why would he have like 5 guys on his like bench for like batters? Fuck that shit. Drop whoever you're not going to keep in the off season and put SPRP guys in, and they get like
right.
6, 7, 8 inning fucking point bombs and destroy me
Maximize the innings you have left.
and destroy me the end of the season. But I as much as I want to give away everything, I couldn't give away that.
Are
And
you
I don't
talking about
think he's gonna
Mike?
watch this fucking podcast before before it matters. But like it really is like why wouldn't you just have those guys, even though you're over innings, it's like who cares? Like have guys there that are just like, yeah, they might get a -7, but they're probably gonna get a +8. I don't know.
You
Does
talking
that
about
make
Mike?
sense, you guys? What?
You talking about Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get a
yeah.
bunch of SPRP relievers and just fucking like load them up. Like Jeff had one that was like the player of the week last week. And I had him before you had him, Jeff. Like,
Mlodzinski.
yeah. And like, because he always goes in those games and he gets in there and like when it's a tie game, he pitches 2 or 3 innings and he gets a win or a hold. And they fucking like they kill. You had him,
Yeah.
I had him, and I was surprised to see him player of the week because I thought he was owned because he's like one of my to me he's one of the most valuable players in the league. I can't believe he's like a free agent. Like that guy, like he just gets they only put him in when they have a chance to win, and then he just gets wins or holds.
Well,
Like
that's the
with him,
problem. It's like there's not too often a chance the Pirates have a chance to win.
yeah, but look at his points, man. He's fucking like killed it. I mean,
Yeah.
no,
Well,
no, I'm not faulting you for dropping him. I'm just saying, like, that's the exact kind of guy in the position Mike is in that I would grab.
right. To
Because,
your
like,
Dude,
point,
I likely dropped him because I needed fast points. I knew he wasn't going to pitch because he had pitched the day before, and it was more or less he was on a long line of I was streaming, and I needed another like RPSP to throw in
dude,
there and
no.
see if I couldn't get some points the next day because I needed a few to get me over
And
the
I
top.
and Jeff, I recognize him because I had him for like weeks and weeks, and I was like, I'm gonna stream another guy because this guy did 2 days in a row, and I was surprised you picked him up, and I was like, God damn it! And then I didn't notice when you dropped him because I was like, he's been so good as a minute, like the way they do shit as Brewers is like they're so good at like handing out their middle relievers and like those guys getting like holds and wins. And you
Yeah.
had him for a while and wins. Like so you and I are the only guys that have had that guy. And I was
Yeah.
surprised that he was even available. Like you and I are the only guys that have had that guy. So
to
we
your
are like
point,
of
to
a
your
mind
point,
of it.
last week I added an SPRP after dropping one, but I got rid of a starting pitcher and I added one just last week. And there was like 3 guys. Like I would have been happy with just one guy being available, but there was like 3 in the same range, according to my numbers. So I was a little surprised at that because like that time of year, I'm like, yeah, good luck finding one of those guys, but they
There's
were
actually
out
a ton
there.
of them out there. There's so many out there.
Yeah.
There's way more than catchers.
Yeah.
There's way more than almost every other position. It's like on a day where it's like a Monday or a Thursday where it's like nobody available. The one thing that is available is an RP that might get a hold. So it's like, God damn it. Like other years I never like took advantage of it. Like this year I'm like, oh, because Mike's been like pushing hard and I was like, God damn. And I was out of like fucking innings. But I realized I was like, damn, these guys, if you're gonna take a lotto ticket, I just want to know what the lotto ticket's going to pay off. And like those guys are a lot of tickets that like mostly pay off with a lot of points per inning pitch. A lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if it
A
hits,
setup guy.
you've got 6 points for an inning.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you what?
three for an inning.
Well, if you get 3 points for the inning pitched and then three for the hold, you get 6 points for the inning.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
If all things go right. And then like you might put in Michael Lorenzen, he might get 6 points over 5 innings. You know, I mean, like, so
Yeah. No,
so
for
you're
starters.
talking
No,
about
I mean,
the
if
starters
you
that are
could like,
available out there, it's Michael Lorenzen.
no,
And,
per inning pitch, they're like they are the best. It's like they're out there on the waiver wire. There's a million of them, not a million, but there's like 30, maybe 10 of them on the waiver wire at all times you could pick up that'll probably give you like a really high point per inning pitch value.
yeah, I
And
mean,
nobody does it.
like August on, those guys should be really sought after compared to the crappy, I don't know, Tyler Anderson's, Mike. I'm just thinking of the pitchers that are on my team, like Michael Lorenzen, those guys that I've cycled through. Those guys get 6 points for a start a lot of times, right? They don't get the win or the quality start.
And I'm not doing some special math to get it. I just like search Yahoo and I go art relief pitcher and I do last 30 days total. Relief pitcher last 30 days total, and I go like, hey, and I click on him. I'm like, all right, he pitched the last 2 days in a row. He's not going to pitch today. Not going to pick him up. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, he hasn't pitched in the last couple of days. Oh, I'll pick this guy up. It's not a complicated formula. It's just like this guy is a setup guy. He's available on a Monday or a Thursday, and he's just like it's a very simple like I just walk out to the orchard, pick one. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Everyone could do it. I hate to say it because like it isn't like what everyone like how everyone plays the league. Today I ran the same thing everyone else runs into. I wanted to pull a guy from my lineup, but I was busy like scrubbing my fucking oven, and I didn't fucking like pull a guy from my lineup. It happens. We all have the same issues of being like, fuck, I don't have time for my league. I did want to say this one thing, which is like I did start setting lineups late in the season, like alarms on my phone to be like, hey, check your lineup.
Oh yeah, me too.
You
Would you?
did too?
Oh yeah.
I started setting lineups to be like, hey,
Oh,
especially like, well, so like Monday and Thursday, you should set the just set an alarm for 11 a.m. and be like, Monday and Thursday, be like, 11 a.m., check your fucking lineup. Like at 11
And
a.m.
I
Like
set one for
minimum
I set one for
every other
5:30
day.
p.m. as well.
Every other day. Yeah, every other day, at least 5:30 or earlier, every other day. But like that will catch you. Then it'll be like, ding, you're like, oh goddamn, I gotta check my lineup. And today I didn't even I ignored it, I dismissed it, and I fucking left the guy on the fucking bench. I was too busy cleaning my stovetop. But like it is like it does happen, but it's like but it is like, if you want to play in this league, you need to fucking pay attention. Lou, you want us to pay attention. We're paying fucking attention. We are paying attention. We're
I
paying
mean,
attention to the fucking league.
I
And so like
still,
I have an alarm that says like fucking set your lineup, Phil. Cause like it's just like I don't set it for each week, but I just say like it's 6 p.m. or like whatever it is. It's like 4:30 p.m. Rest of the week, and then like Monday and Thursdays, it's like at 11 a.m.
I
And
mean,
like that
I guess it's like
covers
everybody
most.
else, but I still screw up left and right. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes I get lucky, but I just check my lineup whenever I think of it. And it's amazing how many hours can go by where I don't think of it.
No, dude, like today, I was so angry. I was like, oh my God, I was like, oh, I'm done. I have no moves left. I'm so chill. I got no moves left. I can't do anything in any of my leagues. And then I saw like that I left a guy in who was sitting for the Indians for I mean, sorry, what are they called? The Cleveland Chuck Nuts.
Steamers,
And yeah,
Spiders.
that's the name. The Cleveland Chuck Nuts and
Guardians.
the Guardians. And and the other guy was like fucking for the Rockies was like sitting on the bench. I was like, God damn it. It's like, why did I squeeze one more line? Why did I do one more household activity just for like my house and stuff? And I was like, so angry, but I was like, you know what? Sometimes they work out. It's fine. It's whatever.
I want a fantasy alarm app. And when I looked it up,
You
it was
said
like
that.
all
You
about
said
like
that.
news, like they're going to give you. I don't want news. I just want to know 15 minutes before the games are going to start. I want to hear a little beep, and then
Well, they do send you that alert to let you know when the game is starting, but by then it's too late.
yeah, I want like 15 minutes, even 10 minutes before. Any game is going to start. And
Yeah.
then if I got my phone with me, which I do most of the time, and it beeps,
I
then
wonder
I'm
if there's
like,
a setting on
oh,
the app that allow that.
what?
There could be a setting in the app that will allow that.
I couldn't figure it out if there was. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was something you could sign up for, like it was like, well, you'll get news and notification. No, I don't need like IL news or something. I just need to know 15 minutes before any game is going to start. I want my phone to like go off.
Maybe that's the news they're talking about.
Yeah,
Right.
Hey, here's some news. The game's going to start in 15 minutes.
Well, it was called
But
fantasy
no,
alarm,
but
but it
the
wasn't what
thing
I was
is, like,
looking
that's
for.
no exactly. But Jeff and Lou, you're saying the same thing. In a way, it's like you get
Oh
so much
shit!
news that you're like, I don't care, 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 and then you're like, oh, this is actually important to me. I need to
Yeah.
know this one. Like, I need my news to be sorted into like this is important news. This is like kind of not important news. Like this is news I can sort through in my own time. This is news I have to take care. Who do we get to watch? Lou piss. This is exciting.